What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to another match day here on Anfield Agenda. The Reds at home taking on, a team that we should be beating quite handily in Nottingham Forest. To be honest with you, the team news is in and there's no changes from the last starting 11. Arne Slot has gone for continuity, which means, of course, Alisson Becker in goal, Trent at right back, Robbo at left back, centre back pairings today, Kanade and Van Dijk. In midfield, Dominic Szoboszlai, Ryan Gravenberch and Alexis McAllister. On the right hand side, of course, Mohamed Salah. Lucho continues on the left and Diogo Jota once again starts through the centre. That is your Liverpool 11. We are being brought to you today with thanks to our friends at Manscaped, which I will remind you of in a while. And I absolutely didn't forget who we were playing. I promise. I kind of did for a second, which is why I was glancing around my screen going, who are we playing again? Who are we playing again? I don't know why. In my head, all of a sudden, I thought we were playing Fulham for a second. There you go. No disrespect, of course, meant to Nottingham Forest. So, how are we all doing today? Why isn't Chiesa there? Because Chiesa has only just joined the football club, because Chiesa has not had any minutes this season, and anybody who thought that Federico Chiesa was going to start today was just being a little bit silly, let's be honest. He's had no minutes this season. There's no way a manager's going to drop him in to the starting 11. Now let's have a look at the bench though for today and see who was available. And on the bench today for the Reds, well, there's still no Federico Chiesa, so the manager feels clearly he isn't even up to speed for a place on the bench. So it's Joe Gomez, Wataru Endo, Darwin Núñez, Curtis Jones, Cody Gakpo, Kostas Tsimikas, Caoimhín Kelleher, Jarell Quansah and Connor Bradley. That is your Liverpool bench for the day, my friends. We'll have a look at the Nottingham Forest 11. 1 second. They've got Sells in goal, then Aina, Milenkovic, Murillo and Moreno making up their back four. Dominguez and Anderson ahead of them. Morgan Gibbs-White, Ryan Yates, Ward-Prowse and Chris Wood making up the starting 11 for Nuno Espirito Santo's side. On the bench for them, my friends, we have Morado, Neco Williams, formerly of Liverpool, of course, Teo Arioni, formerly of Liverpool, Amamba Badele, Hudson-Odoi, Toffolo, Silva, Elanga and Carlos Miguel. How mad is it that Anthony Elanga was the subject of a 50 million quid bid from, who was it again, Newcastle, just before the end of the transfer window, and he's on the bench for Forest today. A £50 million value player sitting on the bench. There we go. Shame, I was hoping to get to see him. So was I, Kingsman. I was indeed. It is a shame, you're right. I definitely thought we'd get something from Chiesa today, whether it be a little cameo off the bench or whether it be, I guess, even just in the matchday squad. But no place for Federico Chiesa yet in Arne Slot's matchday squad. And of course, we expect that to change as the season goes on. Right, my friends, it is so good to be back with you all after the international break. We've got a busy day of show for you today. We're going to do the watch along. A little bit of a change from other watch alongs. We're going to continue on into our post-match show from the same stream. Then we're going to have a pre-recorded post-match reaction and a player ratings video for you guys as well. As I mentioned, we are being brought to you today with thanks to our wonderful friends at Manscaped. Don't forget, summer's over, but you still got to keep your own grass playable. So make sure that you join myself and 10 million other men worldwide who choose Manscaped as our male grooming partner. The Performance Package 5.0 features the Lawnmower 5.0 electric trimmer featuring skin-safe technology, guarding your family jewels against any grooming mishaps. It also features Manscaped's brightest ever LED spotlight, perfect for precision grooming, even in the darkest of spots, with its brightest ever LED spotlight, and it's also waterproof. Manscaped's Performance Package will also bring you the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Manscaped's 2 liquid formulations, and a couple of free gifts, the Shed travel bag and the Boxer briefs. You can get this and anything else at manscaped.com with 20% off and free shipping. That is 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com by using our discount code Anfield20 or scanning the QR code on the screen. First super chat of the day. Thank you so much, my friend. Very generous of you indeed. Irsham, straight in with it. Missed you, Craig. Thank you, mate. And I promise you, I missed you guys as well. I really did while I was away. It felt very strange not chatting to you all on a live stream for 8 or 9 days. So it is great to be back, my man. And of course, it's great to have the Reds back in action. Thomas Brooks is feeling optimistic. Thomas is going for Liverpool 5, Nottingham Forest 0. I would very much take that, my friend. Very much so. I've got a bet on Liverpool to win 4-0, said Dean Boucher. Well, best of luck, bro. I hope it comes up for you. As I say many times, always like to Always like to see the bookies lose and the punters win. So best of luck to you with that one. Jackson, Mississippi is in the house. The word that everybody didn't want to learn to spell in their spelling bees or their spelling competitions at school. I remember Mississippi. That was a tough one. Welcome in, Jackson, my man. Great to have you with us and appreciate your support. If you are with us today, maybe for the first time, my friends, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the stream, and if you'd like to come and see us in Liverpool, you can get your tickets to our live show November 15th with the link in the description. Right, I'm feeling optimistic today, you know. That starting 11... Continuity is a good thing. I was expecting some changes, of course, but there's nothing wrong with continuity, so I will take it. As you can see, I'm still drinking coffee. It's still early in the day, so I'm on the coffee still. Can you give my friend Aba a shout out from Australia? I just did, Daniel, and I hope that you're both well. Thank you for watching, my friend. There's the mammy of the channel, Liz. How are you? All the way over in sunny Florida. Let me get your comment up on screen, Liz, because don't you know we're all touchscreen now, Liz, here at Anfield Agenda. In the back end system, I can bring up your comments with a little push of my fat finger. There we go. Liz said, happy match day. I'll be listening only. Can't see until at least October 27th. Well, I hope that you recover and get your full vision back very quickly, Liz, and hopefully my dulcet tones at least keeps you up to date with what's going on in the game, and appreciate you dropping in as always, my friend. Hopefully you're having your coffee in your Anfield Agenda mug, which I'm glad made it over to you safe and sound. Damien Gill, you didn't put a comment in, my friend, but I do appreciate your support of the channel. I want to bring up your little donation on screen just to say thank you very much as well, sir, for supporting the channel. Appreciate you. Dream car. I love that question, mate. Well in. Do you know what? When it comes to dream cars, I'm not that fancy. You know, I've never really wanted like a Lambo or a Ferrari or anything like that. My dream car has always been a relatively simple one. I've always loved the Volvo XC90. I've always wanted that. So that would probably be it. I drove a Cadillac Escalade when I was over in America a few years ago. That was amazing as well. So that would be nice as well. Other than that, what would I like? I wouldn't say no to an Aston Martin or something like that, but I don't know, a Jaguar F-Pace, something like that would be nice as well. I'm not that, I'm an old man when it comes to cars. My wife's been saying it to me since we started going out with each other. I've always liked big, comfortable cruiser type cars rather than that with speed or anything like that. Whereas my wife is totally Fast and the Furious. Like she'd be a boy racer in female form. What's my favourite pair of shoes? Oh, without a doubt, mate, my Air Jordans. I've got a couple of pairs of Air Jordans. I'm more or less an Air Max man, but in recent years I've started to buy a couple of pairs of Jordans and I really like them. But usually it'd be a pair of Air Max 90 or something like that. Beautiful Swedish cars. Look, I love them. I mean, I've had... my favourite car that I've ever owned was a Saab 9.3. I had a Saab 9.3 Turbo, and my goodness, that was some car. I loved it. Really, really loved it. It was really difficult to let go of that car, I have to say. It was one of the favourite cars I've ever owned. And I've owned 53 cars, believe it or not. So yeah, I loved it. Adam Brown, I love it. We'll take compliments all day, every day, Adam, my friend. Thank you so much. Said, you look absolutely glorious today, my friend. I didn't know there's a Champions League game on Prime. My dream car is a Mustang. Do you know what? There's a new electric Mustang that looks delicious, by the way. I've seen it on the road over here. So yeah, good choice. And yeah, I think a little bit of a suntan. I look a tiny bit healthier. So it was a nice week away with the family. And yeah. 53, yeah, 53. I'm not even joking. So I used to, myself, I think I picked up from my dad, had this thing of like just buying and selling cars, you know, trying to make a couple of quid here or there. So over the course of my time driving, I've been driving since I was 17. I'm now 43. I've had 53 cars. It's mad, I know, but it's true. I sat there one day trying to name them all. I did quite well, you know. I got about 48 of them off the top of my head before my wife comes in. My wife's like Rain Man for cars, by the way. My wife remembers every car reg we've had, pretty much, whereas I don't even know the car reg of the one we have right now. Benjamin, lovely to see you in with us, my friend. How are you? Said, I'm back, yay. Sad to see Chiesa not playing. It is. I thought he might be on the bench today, Benjamin, but no place in the squad, unfortunately, bro. 50th game today for Liverpool, according to Mark, for Alexis McAllister as well. So congratulations to Alexis on that one. Saunders said, I adore German cars. I've had a couple of E-Class Mercedes, now older ones, but I've always enjoyed them as well, mate. You look under 30. I'll take it. I will. Look, I'm 43, which gets very scary because my dad died at 45. My granddad died at 37. So, yeah, me being 43, it reminds me that I need to start looking after myself a little bit better, both, of course, in what I eat and in life in general. So, yeah, 43. I was 43 on September the 11th. Craig, I'm surprised Forest hadn't put the usual wingers on their lineup. They seem to go for central mids. Yeah, it's a bit mad. Rickroll regulator. No, Anthony Elanga. He's on the bench today. You know, they were the subject of a 50 million bid from Newcastle for him just before the window shut, and he doesn't even get into the starting 11 today. Liz said, did you try any new food on holiday? Do you know what, Liz? I had the best pancakes ever, and I'm so proud of these pancakes, Liz. I'm gonna show you all a picture of these pancakes. Now I know you can't see them, Liz, as you said earlier on. You're struggling with your site at the minute until October, but I'm gonna bring up this pile of pancakes to everybody on the stream because I believe this is a very, very special pile of pancakes. So, no, did I try new food? But look at this, Liz. Watch this. Wait till you see this bad boy. You ready? Wait and you see these, honestly. Look at that. Look at that. Liz, that was my birthday treat. Look at those pancakes, Liz. They were absolutely delicious. Yeah, that was my little birthday treat while I was away. Benjamin said, you're lying, Craig. You're younger than me, surely. I'm 34, but I'm eating pizza now. I'll be eating pizza later, Benjamin. I promise you, mate. Food. Pizza's my top food. Love it to bits. Yeah. It wasn't that filth. Do you know what was mad about that plate of food, folks? I swear to God, I'm not joking. €8. €8 was all that pile of pancakes, ice cream and Biscoff goodness cost over in Lanzarote. £8. I couldn't believe it. Like, £8. You're not getting anything over here in Ireland for £8. You'd be lucky to get a sandwich. Craig adventuring away from the chicken nuggets and chips. Yeah, well, yeah. You know, I do like the chicken nuggets and chips as well, though. Let's be honest. Tig said that is pure food porn. Mate, it was amazing. My son had a little stack of 2 pancakes, but he went for the chocolatey one. I was all about that Biscoff and caramel life. Rickroll regulator said, I love Biscoff, haven't tried it with pancakes. Nor had I, bro, but I seen it on the menu and I thought, I gotta give this a bash. So, yeah, it was delicious. It was really filling, though. Like, I struggled. Even me, like, I struggled. Right, we're done with the coffee now. So now we're good to go. And no, Chiesa isn't on the bench, Malik, mate. Let me just run through the bench for you, just in case you haven't seen it. Liverpool's bench today is Joe Gomez, Wataru Endo, Darwin Núñez, Curtis Jones, Cody Gakpo, Kostas Tsimikas, Queefin Kelleher, Jarrell Kwanzaa and Connor Bradley. Starting 11 for the Reds is unchanged from the last game, which was, just in case you forgot, a handy little 3-0 victory at Old Trafford against Manchester United, just to remind everybody. Is there anybody with a used laptop they can donate to me? You know what? My older tablet shit the bed, and I got myself a new iPad Air, and I'm using it as the touchscreen for the chat and stuff here. I got the iPad Air 13-inch, and wow, it's so cool. I've never seen an iPad this big before. It's so cool. It's like having a little laptop here with the case that comes with it. What colour is Manchester? Brown. You know, you can join the dots there yourself. And no Núñez. He's on the bench. He's on the bench there with no Núñez in the starting 11, no. Which was a surprise. I was expecting a couple of changes from Arne Slot, but look, I'm not going to complain about continuity either. This is the starting 11 that has got the job done for him. So I've no problems with the lineup as it is. It's all good. Hopefully we'll probably see some changes though for the trip to Milan midweek. When do you think he'll start Darwin and Gakpo? Has to be soon, right? I would imagine he's going to do some changes for the trip to Milan, but it's difficult to second guess Arne Slot so far because we're still getting to know him. We're still getting to understand his thought processes. So, yeah, I would imagine we'll get some minutes soon. I mean, Cody must be getting close to getting a start for definite. Where am I watching the game? So in Ireland, I'm very lucky. It's on TV here on Premier Sport. So I don't have to get creative today and find a way to watch it. Very luckily for me, it is on TV. So I'm able to watch it and hopefully keep you guys up to speed as quickly as I can. Steve Kirkham, excuse me. How are we, bro? Lovely to see you back in. Said, match day is back. The international break is so boring. Hoping for a 4-0 win today. Like the team, don't fix something that isn't broken. So I've already sorted out my March international break. So here's how my international calendar works. This month I was away in Lanzarote with the family. Next month in October, myself and my wife have to go over to Turkey for a couple of meetings. So we're over in Turkey next month. November, of course, I'm going to be over in Liverpool at the Hot Water Comedy Club during the November international break for a live show, which I hope you will all come and see. And then next March, the international break after that, we're back over to mainland Spain to, actually, funnily enough, to Murcia. So I always sort out family trips and stuff during the international breaks because it's the easiest way for me to get away. If Grafenberg gets injured, will Maka go into the 6th position or Endo? Honestly, bro, I don't know. I don't know. I hope we don't find out either for obvious reasons. You know, I don't want Ryan to pick up an injury, but they are two good options that you've mentioned, so I would imagine it would be one of them. Avishek said, I'm following your channel since last season. Love from Nepal. Thank you, my friend, and love right back to you as well. I really do appreciate your support of our channel, mate, and it's lovely to have you with us. It is crazy from all parts of the world that people tune in, and we really do appreciate you giving up some of your time on a match day to come and share your journey watching the Reds with us. So if you're new to the channel, a couple of things I'd love you to do. Hit that subscribe button, and of course, we want to try and get to 1,000 likes before kickoff, so don't forget to hit that like button as well. Connor Howard said, I can't come to the show. No problem, my man. No problem. Hopefully we catch it in another one in the future. Mervyn said, I was very excited to watch Chiesa, but it's okay. He should be fully fit to start. I don't know when he's going to be ready to go, mate. But remember, he is playing catch-up. You know, he hasn't had a pre-season with Arne Slot. He hasn't had any minutes this season yet at all with Juventus. So I guess it's going to take a little bit longer than we would have hoped. What are your thoughts on pot plants? I don't really have any, bro. I'm not a very green-fingered kind of person, to be honest with you. If I had my way, I wouldn't even have grass in my garden. It would just all be fake grass or concrete or patio slabs or something like that. Melbourne, Australia in the house, Seamus McKenzie. How are we, bro? Said an easy home win. Well, I hope you're right, sir. I hope you're right. Now, just a reminder again today, friends, we are being brought to you with thanks to our friends at Manscaped. Don't forget, you can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com by using the discount code Anfield20. That's all one word, Anfield20 at checkout, or scan the QR code on the screen. Auckland, New Zealand in the house. Mike, how are we? That's awesome. If you're talking about pawpaw, then I'm your guy. But if you're talking about pot plants and you're sincerely talking about pot plants, I can't help you. But if you're talking about God's beautiful green substance of sexiness, then we're on the same page, my man. Why do you think I go to Spain on holidays? That's all I'm going to say to you, you know. Certain things are legal over there if you're a member of clubs. So, you know, that's why I like going to Spain on my holidays. Danny Bingham, how are we, bro? Lovely to see you in. Let me try to get that up on screen for you. Craig's back. Have a VPN. Anyone know how to watch the game? So, Premier Sport is the option that I'm using, mate, but that is a subscription service, so you're still going to have to be creative on that one. I'm sure other people will tell you what channels are showing the game. I think Peacock maybe in the United States. And I don't know who else is showing it. But for me, I'm lucky. It's part of my sports subscription. I've got it on Premier Sports, so I'm lucky today, Danny. Gold Coast, Australia. George, how are we, bro? I hope the family are well, and you're welcome here anytime. I was only saying last week, I think it was somebody from Perth, said they want us to come over to Perth and do a show or a meet and greet. And I said, you organise the venue and sort it and I'll come over. It's as simple as that, my man. It's always been a dream for us to get to Australia, George. But as you know, it's a long old flight. So I'd want to make sure we're going over there and making the trip worthwhile. Heavy Metal D, how are you, bro? Lovely to have you in. A member with us for 13 months. By the way, lots of you have been asking about the Anfield Agenda theme tune. I don't know what else to call it. If you are a member of the channel, whether it's an Anfield Agenda Ultra member or an Anfield Agenda FC member, you can go onto the membership tab and get that song. So it is up there if you'd like to go and grab it. Heavy Metal D said, afternoon all, 13 months on this awesome channel. Fingers crossed for another win and another clean sheet today. Hope you are well. I'm good, my man. Bit of a congested nose after the flight, but other than that, I'm all good. Ronald Reese, another long-time viewer of the channel, mate, how are you? Said, Barbados in the house. You're making me jealous here, bro. You're making me jealous. Longford, Laura, how are we? Couldn't say talk to Machara. Welcome in. What happened to top of the league? So I don't own top of the league. Ben now owns top of the league. So it is up to Ben what he does with it, to be honest with you. And I don't know if he has any plans for any time soon. But when we were parting ways with Ben, we decided that it was only fair. We gave Ben the channel, but he owned the IP of the channel. Top of the League was his brand. So we gave him the channel to go along with it in case he wanted to go and do something else. So we don't have Top of the League. It's just Anfield Agenda moving on. Tomé Gamoch, said Laura. That's about the end of my Irish, Laura, mate. I won't lie to you. I don't only have Cúpla Fuckle. By the way, there's probably some people in the chat going, what is that gobbledygook? It's just a tiny bit of Gaelic or Irish, which is all I have, is a tiny bit. That's what she said. Thanks, Craig. How was the break? Said Danny. Hope the fam as well. The break was brilliant. Really nice time. Really nice place we stayed at. Lovely and peaceful. Weather was great. Had a couple of fun days out with the family as well. Yeah, it's just lovely. Thank you, Danny. Really enjoyed it. Great to be back, though, and looking forward to the match. Connor thrown in the all-reliable. Unwil Ciadagum Dulgadi on Lehrus. Anybody that's not Irish wants to know what that means. So, as you can see, Connor wrote in, although this probably won't read like it actually sounds. Unwil Ciadagum Dulgadi on Lehrus means, can I go to the toilet, please? Dem Blocks. Welcome into it, Dem Boys. And welcome to the channel, mate. Thank you for your membership. Do I have any kids? I do. Well, I'm the biggest child in my family. I think that's clear. I have a 20-year-old daughter called Circa Louise. We just call her Circa, though. So she's 20 years of age. And I have a 12-year-old son called Lucas, who was named after Lucas Leiva. So, yes, I have 2 kids, and there will be no more because I've been fixed. What are the subs for today? No problem, Andy. Give me 2 seconds, bro. So we'll start off with the away side. So on the bench for Nottingham Forest, Morado, Williams, Awioni, Ombamadele, sorry. Hudson-Odoi, Toffolo, Silva, Elanga, and Miguel. For Liverpool, Gomez, Endo, Darwin, Curtis Jones, Gakpo, Costas, Kelleher, Kwanzaa, and Bradley. They are both benches. Cody Gaming and Football, thank you, sir, for gifting 5 Anfield Agenda memberships. I was waiting for it, Connor. I was waiting for it. Craig mentions the Snip Claxton. Well, it's the obvious thing to do if somebody asks if you got any kids, you know what I mean? So there you go. There'll be no reverse vasectomies going on here, though, I can promise you that. And again, thank you, Cody Gaming and Football. Appreciate that, mate. 5 memberships. Very, very kind of you. What have we got? Mythical Returns. Thank you for being a member of Anfield Agenda Ultras for 13 months. That's incredible. Thank you so much. Any idea why Chiesa isn't with the squad? I can only assume, Ryan, that he just doesn't feel he's ready to be part of the matchday squad yet. I'm sure Arne Slot will speak about it in his post-match interviews, or maybe the guys on coverage for the game will speak about it, but at the moment I just don't know. All I can say is, as you know, he's not in the 11th, he's not on the bench, so I'm unsure. Match fitness, that makes sense. Dramil, mate, that makes sense. Are your kids Liverpool fans just like me? Not really. I mean, my son wears Liverpool stuff because daddy buys it for him, but he's not really that into football. He's more of a gamer, and he's pretty good, to be fair. I love listening to him just commentating on his own gameplay. He's a YouTuber in training, definitely. And my daughter, again, will wear Liverpool stuff and would certainly be that side if she was pushed on it, but nah, nobody in my family really watches football, mate, apart from myself. My wife, though, she's a Forest fan, so there you go. So she'll be obviously getting stick from me today if we win. Oklahoma is in the house. Lam Andrew, how are we? Hope you had a great vacation. 4-0 today. I did, mate. It was lovely. But you know what? It is great to be back. I'm one of these type of people, probably like a lot of you in the chat. I'm able to switch off for maybe 3-4 days. And then after that, I start getting itchy feet and I want to get back to work. So, yeah. A week feels like a great idea for the first 4 days. And then I start to just want to get home and get back to work. So, it's lovely to be back with you all. Has Sabrina got a Forest jersey? She has, but not the newer one. She likes the 96 Forest shirt. She's a couple, but yeah, there you go. She's a Forest fan because she and her parents used to be in the Scouts, and her mum and dad were Scout leaders, and they used to go on a jamboree to Nottingham every year. So, you know, they made friends over in Nottingham, and she got a tour of the city ground when she was younger, and, you know, she just appreciated the city of Nottingham, and then naturally started supporting Nottingham Forest. So that makes sense anyway. But she's not afraid of it. She doesn't hide it, unlike other people, you know. She's a proud Nottingham Forest fan. She won't be starting any fan channels from any other clubs or anything, you know. She's a Forest fan. I'm proud of it. Stephen said, hello Craig, I've been watching since lockdown. Liverpool win 3-0. Thank you, Stephen. That was a difficult time, man. Lockdown, I'm so glad we're out of that. But it was great to be able to connect with everybody on here during lockdown. It really helped me personally, and I hope it helped some other people as well. So thank you, mate, for that one. Nimnoy said, love these little moments for United. Makes them believe in Ten Hag, which is good for us. Yes, I agree. Yeah, let them keep believing in Ten Hag, because we all know how it's going to end up. Thoblum, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, bro. Appreciate your support. Thank you. Right, we've got 28 minutes till we get to kick off. But you know what we need you to do? We need to get those likes up towards 1,000. So if you haven't hit the like button, please take a second and hit it for us. And don't forget as well, if you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. Do you reckon Kwanzaa will be better than Kanadu in a couple of years? Do you know what? Honestly, and I'm not trying to sit on the fence, I think they both have really high ceilings. I think they both will be starting centre-backs for us after Van Dijk's era is over for a long time. Who has the higher ceiling? Probably Kwanzaa, but honestly, I rate them both really highly. I really like the fact we have both of them at the club. Drop the like for Craig. Yes, there you go, Connor. Please do. Can you please give us the subs for Liverpool? Of course, Joseph. No problem, mate. 1 second. So, on the bench today for the Reds, Joseph, Joe Gomez, Wataru Endo, Darwin Núñez, Curtis Jones, Cody Gakpo, Kostas Tsimikas, Queefing Kelleher, Jarrell Kwanzaa, and Connor Bradley. No place on the bench there for Federico Chiesa, and of course Harvey Elliott is injured with a fractured foot, so he won't be around for 4 to 6 weeks is what we believe. I heard Trent will get a 5-year contract. I very much hope that you're right. Yeah, I hope you're right, mate. We all want Trent to sign a new deal. We all want Virgil and Mo to sign a new deal, so if that is the case, brilliant. Rio Numoha made his debut for the under-18s today as well. Thank you, Mark, for that. There you go. They lost the game, but Rio Numoha did make his debut today for Liverpool under-18s, which is always good to hear. And thank you, Mark, for sending on that one. Coach Bill said the road to 300k subs is on. It really is on. And that's my goal. Christmas time is when I hope the channel gets up towards 300,000 subs. And every single one of you that hits that subscribe button really does make a difference as well. So if you haven't, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to check out our Clips channel as well. Anfield Agenda Clips. And just a reminder, folks, today the match day content's going to be a little bit different. We're trying something new. So normally we do the watch along, then we stop, take a little break and come back for a match reaction. Today we're going to just go straight on through. So match will end, we'll continue on with the stream, do our match reaction. Then I'm going to record a match reaction, which is just me talking for about 12 minutes. That'll come out later on, and of course the player ratings video as well. So the match reaction that we're going to do after the game is going to be more match of the or man of the match vote, your thoughts on the game, and then I'll record my own ones a little bit later on. Let me get this up on screen. So Ike, I hope I pronounced that correctly, or Ike, I'm sorry, I'm not sure which way I'm pronouncing it, said, "Hey Craig, what changes do you expect for the Milan game?" Hello to you, my friend, and thank you for joining us. It's a good question. I was expecting some changes today, to be honest. So off the top of my head, maybe Curtis Jones will get a run out of Milan. You certainly say Cody Gakpo would be a good shout to get a start. If Darwin came off the bench today as an example and had a good performance, maybe we see Darwin get a start. But yeah, it's hard to read Arne Slot at the moment, because I would have bet my life that we would have seen a change or two today, but he's gone for the same 11. And look, I'm not against that either. So it's a difficult one, Ike, my man. But again, thank you for your support. And it is great to have 2 games a week now for the next 3 weeks or so. Joshua Andrews, how are you, my friend? Said, my prediction is 3-0 to the Reds. So I went for 3-1, Joshua, because my brain said you have to concede eventually, Craig. So I went for 3-1, but I'd rather your 3-0, obviously. Bacon Bap said, Craig, will you let us know what the atmosphere's like at Anfield, or what the atmosphere's like at Anfield? Love it when we are constantly on song. I listen to the games on mute, because obviously the microphone will pick up the audio and I'd be done for copyright infringement. I can't wear a headphone to listen to it because I would distract myself. Part of my Asperger's would mean that if I'm listening to commentary and trying to focus and talk to you, I'd probably just end up repeating what they're saying in my ear. So yeah, I watch the games in silence and then watch them back later on with the audio on. I think we're likely to finish 1-0 that concede under Slot. Again, Adam, that will do me the finest. It's all about just winning. Whether it's 1-0, 5-0, 7-0, doesn't matter. 3 points are 3 points. And it is incredible that we've started this season with 3 games, 3 clean sheets and 3 wins. I will take that every day of the week. Why isn't Chiesa starting? Well, he's not even on the bench, mate. So, look, if you expected Federico Chiesa to start today, I think you're being too optimistic. It's going to take a while before he's up to speed. He hasn't played no minutes this season whatsoever. He hasn't had a pre-season with Arne Slot, so I did expect him to be on the bench, but I didn't expect him to be starting today. So truthfully, I don't know. I don't know how far away Arne Slot feels he is, and I guess we'll have to trust the manager on this one. But yeah, like you, I was looking forward to maybe seeing him make a cameo off the bench today. From what Slot said in his pre-match presser, I wasn't expecting changes unless his medical team advised it. Again, absolutely fair enough, mate, but there's nothing wrong with continuity. I'm all for continuity, especially the way Arne manages the players as the games go on. Like if we're 2-0 up today, let's say with 20 minutes to go, I fully expect him to make some changes, start resting up the likes of maybe Mo, Trent, possibly even Virgil again ahead of the game against AC Milan on Tuesday. Johnny said, I thought they would give Salah a rest. Oh, you don't want to rest Mo at this point. Mo's he's just in form, isn't he? And while he's looking this sharp and looking this dangerous, you want to get that man out on the pitch. Yeah, maybe you'll take him off with 20 to go or something, but you want to be giving him the opportunity to carry on that great form that he started the season with. Even Gravenberg can't afford an injury, said Dramil. Look, we can't. I don't want to get back into the whole transfer window stuff, but yes, we are probably an injury away in midfield from being, I wouldn't say in a crisis, but it getting a lot trickier. And that's why it would have been lovely if we had resolved that situation in the summer. We haven't. We are where we are now until the January window. So I'm just going to do what I promised, which is get behind the lads and hope for the best. How do you watch these 3 p.m. games? So today, Mr. Schlong Marty, today, bro, it's on Premier Sport in Ireland. So I'm fortunate we don't have a 3 p.m. blackout in Ireland. So if Premier Sport, they pick one 3 p.m. game every Saturday. It happens to be Liverpool this week, so I got lucky. If we don't have that, well then I use a Spanish DAZN account that we have, which shows all the games. So I pay for all of my subscriptions to watch football. I don't use IPTV or anything like that. So I've got Sky Sports subscription again, BT Sports, Premier Sports, Prime, Spanish DAZN account. We try to cover ourselves with every base, mate, to make sure that we can bring you guys match day content all the time and make sure we're not breaking any laws or anything like that as well. We want to pay for the services we use to make sure that we do things all above board. Right. So, we have 20 minutes to kick off. We still need 537 likes to get us up to 1,000 likes before kick off. You know what to do. Pascalson, welcome back, Craig. I haven't been around, so this is the first time I've seen you. Well, welcome back to you as well, my friend. And I hope that life's treating you well. Thank you for coming back in and joining us. From those who departed the last few years, who do you miss the most? Tariq said Sadio Mane. Easy question, bro. For me, Bobby Firmino. I love me a bit of Bobby. Bobby is my favourite player of recent history at Liverpool. I've got a painting in my living room of Bobby Firmino. I love him. So I would definitely go with Bobby. But Sadio's a great shout as well. Damien Gill. Thank you, Damien, for your super chat, my friend. Very kind of you. Said, hey mate, messed up the last super chat. Love the show. Keep it going. I'm an Irishman from Mayo living in Perth, Australia. It is amazing how many Irish men and women head over to Australia, mate. One of my own cousins is over there building a new life for himself. Got married to an Australian girl. He's working as an electrician over in Australia. It's definitely somewhere I really, really want to go to spend some time and do a show. You know, it'd be a dream to do a couple of Anfield Agenda shows over in Australia. But it's the organisation of these type of things is so difficult. You know, I don't know any venues or places like that. So hopefully someday I get my backside over to Australia. But I hope that life over there is treating you well, mate. And thank you for coming in and joining us. If Arsenal were to lose to Spurs and City, do you think they'd be out of the title race? I mean, that would be what? 8 points dropped already this season? I would hesitate to say fully out of it, but I wouldn't be putting any money on them to be in the title race again. But it's a lot of ground to make up. I just hope they keep dropping points. That's all I can say. You know, I hope we keep picking them up. I hope they keep dropping them. We've had a good start to the season. I don't want to get too carried away yet and start talking about, you know, a title charge or anything like that. I'm just trying to enjoy the start of the season we've had, you know. If all goes to plan, we could have 5 from 5. You know, we've got Forest and we've got Bournemouth next weekend. Yeah, I'm just hoping that we can continue this good form. Ben, another friend from New Zealand in the house. Ben, how are you, mate? Jordan, I am doing very well today, sir. Very well. Excited to be back watching the Reds. Now, look, ladies and gentlemen, we are being brought to you today with thanks to our amazing sponsors, Manscaped. Summer's over, but it's still time to make sure that the grass in your pitch is playable. There's only one lawnmower that is fit to do the job, and it is part of the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra from our friends and long-term sponsors, Manscaped. Why not join myself and 10 million other men worldwide who trust Manscaped with our exclusive offer? Go to manscaped.com and get yourself 20% off and free shipping. That's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com with our code Anfield20. The fantastic Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra features skin-safe technology guarding your family jewels against any grooming mishaps. It also features Manscaped's brightest ever LED spotlight, perfect for precision grooming, even in the trickiest of spots. And it's also waterproof. The Performance Package 5.0 Ultra also includes the Weed Whacker 2.0 ear and nose hair trimmer, Manscaped's 2 liquid formulations, and a couple of free gifts, the Shed travel bag and the Boxer briefs. Everything that you can see on the screen there now, you get as part of the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, and you can get 20% off and free shipping with our code that you see on the screen there, Anfield20, at checkout. I like your jumper. Thank you, Connor. I'm an Adidas fanboy, mate. If you see me out and about, and I would challenge anyone who has met me out and about to ask what I was wearing, I would say it's probably Adidas. I'm unashamedly Adidas. So when the Reds are back wearing Adidas gear next season, I'm probably going to be broke because I'm going to end up buying most of it. The travel bag is really handy, said Roberto. Do you know my favourite part, mate, honestly, are the boxer briefs. I think the boxer shorts from Manscaped are some of the most comfortable I've ever owned. Oh, by the way, just in case you're wondering, I do wear Adidas boxer shorts as well. And I even showed Connor, who thought I was joking, a picture of the Adidas boxer shorts with the stripes down the side of them and everything. That's how much of an Adidas nutjob I am. Joshua, how are you, my friend? And thank you for your super chat. Joshua said, who do you think we will sign if Salah leaves? It's a really difficult question. And thank you for your super chat, Joshua. It's a really difficult question, mate. I don't know. I hope we don't find out because I hope Salah doesn't leave. I don't think Chiesa is going to be that replacement, although he's been spoken about in some circles as possibly that. So, yeah, I don't know, mate. Don't know. I hope we don't find out though yet. I hope we don't have to find that replacement yet. I hope he signs a new deal. Right, so, my friends, we've got 14 minutes until kickoff and we need 384 likes to keep up our match day record of hitting 1,000 likes before kickoff. If you haven't, please do take a second and hit that like button for us. Rachel Todd, thank you, Rachel, as always, newlywed Rachel, thank you for gifting an Anfield Agenda membership. Very kind of you. Omar said, only Craig can get me to spend my life savings on Manscaped. You won't regret it, honestly. My missus robbed my first Manscaped set that they sent me. So now I have another one, and I use that. And honestly, it's really good. It's not something grown up I ever thought I'd be talking about or using, to be honest with you. But, you know, I love the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer. It's I don't actually have hairy ears, thankfully, but I do have quite a set of nostrils on me that need to be groomed down every so often, and it definitely does the job. No nosebleeds or anything like that, which is yeah, look, I love Manscaped products. I think they're fantastic, and I love this set. I think the way it comes, arrives professionally packaged, as Roberto said a while ago, the bag that you get with the performance package set and all, it's just top notch, and it's a handy little thing to have and bring away. Victor, how are you, bro? And welcome back in. Said, like the video, laddies. Please do. Yes, please do like the video. We've 255 now to go until we get to the 1,000. Eric said, Craig, we need rotation. I'm surprised, mate, that we didn't see some rotation today. But, you know, I'm still fully behind Arne Slot. I'm sure we will see some on Tuesday against AC Milan. Is Endo going to get a chance? Said Unedits. I'm sure he will, but, you know, I don't have the answers to all these questions. I just hope we keep winning. That's it, you know. Who plays, who doesn't play, that's up to the gaffer. I just want Liverpool to keep picking up points and seeing how we get on this season, because so far it's been a great start. Thiago is in attendance for the Liverpool game. There you go. Thiago Alcantara. Thiago Alcantara. Yeah, great to have him at the stadium today as well. Joe Law. This made me laugh over the international break, Joe. said, what rumours about Mbappe coming to Liverpool? So there was a story that came out over the international break, Joe. I think it came from L'Equipe, that said in 2022, Liverpool nearly spent €200 million signing Kylian Mbappe in a deal that would have seen Mbappe have a clause in it that would have allowed him to move on to Real Madrid. But again, mate, it was just another story that never came to fruition. That the owners will get credit for, with some people for trying, but for me, you know, I don't care what they tried to do. I care what they actually achieve. And this summer's transfer window for me just wasn't good enough. Who knows? Maybe it was a real effort. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. But all I can say is it didn't happen. So we won't see Mbappe in a Liverpool shirt anytime soon. Scott Benny Cocktails, all the way from New Zealand. How are you, my friend? Said, how's it going, Craig? Love the content. Any update on Chiesa or just updates in general? Missed the streams due to work. Love from New Zealand. So I haven't been streaming over the last week. I've been away on vacation. I don't know why Chiesa isn't in the squad today. I mean, I'm guessing that he just isn't up to speed yet. Any updates in general? Obviously, Harvey Elliott is out with a fractured foot for 4 to 6 weeks. Curtis Jones is back in the matchday squad today. Rio Nyamoha, Mark told me, played for the under-18s earlier on today for the first time. Unfortunately, they lost. No contract renewal updates that I'm aware of. So I think that's kind of where we're at the minute, mate. What am I watching it on, said Doira. Premier Sport, mate. I watch it on Premier Sport. Royal Warzone. Thank you for your super chat, mate. Let me just get it up on screen there. Said, it's almost time for the world famous Ryan Gravenberch show. Make sure you don't miss this week's episode. I'm here, tuned in and ready to go, mate, and looking forward to it. He had a very good international break as well with the Netherlands. Received glowing praise from Van der Vaart and some of the Dutch media. Hopefully he continues his great start to the season with us today as well. So welcome in, mate. Thank you for your super chat. And much like your good self, I'm looking forward to seeing how Gravenberch gets on today. We've 9 minutes and we need 199 likes to keep the record going. So you know what to do. Hit that like button if you haven't done so. We got to keep this record up because we lost our streak of having 1,000 likes on every live stream because last night was a very quiet stream and we didn't quite get there. So if you haven't, you know what to do. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Today could be the day we chase down 275,000 subscribers. It would be a lovely milestone for us to get to. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. We're going to end the pre-match poll now before I forget. We asked you for your predictions. 95% of you guys have gone for a Liverpool win. Obviously, no surprises there. Queen Adra said, imagine Chiesa debut goal. Well, unfortunately, he isn't in the matchday squad today, Queen Adra, so we won't be seeing it today. He isn't on the bench or anything, so hopefully soon. What's your score prediction? 3-1 is what I went for. I just felt like we had to concede eventually, so that was my guess. Is the game on TV in Ireland? It is on Premier Sport. If you have that as part of your Sky Sports subscription, then it'll be on there. That's the only place that's shown it over here in Ireland. It isn't on TV anywhere in the UK. Why does the poll add up to 98%? Do you know what's even weirder? On my end, it added up to 101%. I'm not even joking. When I hit the end of the poll, and it's always 1% off, I don't know why, it had 95% Liverpool win, 3% draw, 3% Forest win. Make that make sense. Pro said, if you were in Liverpool, how would I handle a contract issue? It wouldn't have been at this point if I was running Liverpool, mate. Especially with Trent. How would I handle it? I would offer Mohamed Salah the same terms for 2 years with some incentives. I would probably give Virgil again a similar offer. Not too far off what he's getting now, but with some incentives in there. And with Trent, look, you're going to have to give Trent a pay rise and probably a significant pay rise. And I'd offer him a 4-year deal with an option of a 5th for the club or a straight 5-year deal. Janeson, Naidu, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC and thank you so much for your support. Remember, if you guys are members of the channel, you can go onto the membership tab and see the Anfield Agenda theme tune on there and grab it for yourselves if you'd like to download it or whatever. What's this? So, Federico Chiesa is at Anfield, according to Lewis Steele, and he's just taken his seat behind the subs bench. So, that's all we know about Chiesa at the moment, and thank you for that update, Connor. Right, 6 minutes, and we're only 68 likes away. I think we can get there. Jameson said, great to be here. It's lovely to have you, my friend, and thank you for your support of the channel. So I will do my best to keep you up to date with what's going on in the game. I'm going to limit my interaction as much as I can so I can keep you up to date. Of course, any super chats and stuff like that I will read out. I'd never have people wasting their hard-earned money. But I'm going to try and make sure that as many of you get as much information as I can today, because I'm aware the game isn't on TV in the UK, so a lot of you guys might be struggling to watch along with us. Right, let me get settled in. Has anything come out about why Chiesa isn't in the squad? No, look, we just assume it's match fitness. That's all we can say. You know, if you look at it, you kind of look at that bench and think, well, who misses out, you know, for Chiesa at the moment? And it must be just down to match fitness. That's all I can think of. We've done it. We've hit the 1,000 likes. Absolute legends. You never let me down. Appreciate your support on that one. Right, teams are in the tunnel. They are walking out onto the hallowed Anfield turf as we speak. Forest going to be in their blue away shirts, doing their best Manchester City impression. And Liverpool, of course, going to be in our red home shirts, which, by the way, there's 15% off at the minute on the Liverpool site. If you want to treat yourself to the new home shirt, you can get it for 15% off on the club website. Right, settle in, relax, and look forward to the game. Right, I'm going to do the starting 11s in a moment, but before I do, just another reminder that we are being brought to you today with thanks to our amazing sponsors, manscaped.com. You can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com using our discount code Anfield20 at checkout. You can scan the QR code on the corner of the screen, or you can just use Anfield20 at checkout to get that 20% off and free shipping. Right, starting 11s for today. We'll start off with the away side. It's Sells, Aina, Milenkovic, Murillo and Moreno making up the back five. Then it's Dominguez and Anderson in midfield. Gibbs-White, Yates, Ward-Prowse and Chris Wood make up the attacking quartet for Nuno Espirito Santo's side. For Liverpool, Alisson Becker in goal. Trent at right back, Robbo at left back, Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahim Konate are your centre backs today. In midfield, Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister, and Dominic Szoboszlai. Up top on the right hand side, Mohamed Salah. On the left hand side, Luis Diaz, and Diogo Jota keeps his place through the centre. On the bench for Forest, it's Morado, Williams, Awioni, Omabamidele, Hudson-Odoi, Toffolo, Silva, Elanga and Miguel. For Liverpool, Joe Gomez, Wataru Endo, Darwin Núñez, Curtis Jones, Cody Gakpo, Kostas Tsimikas, Queefin Kelleher, Jarell Quansah and Connor Bradley. They are your two matchday squads. Nessie, let me get your super chat up, Nessie. Wrong one, Craig. There we go. Nessie, thank you for your super chat, my friend. Said, let's get 4 wins out of 4. VVD to score today. Well, I'm with you on the VVD scoring one, Nessie. I've said all week I think he's going to be on the score sheet today. Sorry, folks, I just got to quickly send the message. Szoboszlai for the first goal, said Steve Aldersey. Chiesa should be making his debut today. Look, it's up to the manager. If the manager doesn't feel that he's fit enough already, then we've got to respect his wishes, but I don't think it'll be too long till we see Federico Chiesa get a start today, or get a start, excuse me, for Liverpool soon. Thank you. Thank you. Thiago back at Anfield for the game, said Venom STXR. Yes, always lovely to see past players back in, and Thiago Alcantara there today. Right, we are all ready to go. Where did I put the remote control? There it is. Make sure I'm good to go. Of course, already my... Oh, here I give up. It's on Premier Sport, Shane, for anybody asking. Premier Sport. Please don't think I'm ignorant, but Nottingham Forest a decent team. They're okay. They're okay. You know, they're a team we should be beating, to be fair. Nottingham Forest with a nice, respectful banner of solidarity over the Hillsborough tragedy. Respect to 97. Solidarity with survivors. No to tragedy chanting. Thank you for that, Nottingham Forest fans. Okay. Let me just get everything ready to go. Sweet. Right, my friends. Sit back, relax, and I'll do my best to take you through the game. We are moments away from kickoff. Forest against Liverpool at Anfield. Hopefully 4 wins from 4, but you got to earn the right to party, as they say. So let's hope we get the job done. Do 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 do. Right, the lads are in the huddle. Before we get on their way, I will keep you up to date with what is going on. Make sure you guys can sync up as well if you're looking to watch along with us at the same time. Jen, thank you for gifting 5 Anfield Agenda memberships before we get underway. That is very kind of you, my friend. King Kenny said, where's this one gone? Get the dancing alien ready. Oh, don't you worry. It's always ready. Right, Forest about to kick us off. Playing from left to right. Liverpool attacking the Annie Road end in the first half, as we like to do. All eyes on the referee now. And we're underway. We are underway. And thank you again to our sponsors, Manscaped. Don't forget you can get 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com with our code ANFIELD20. Right, Forest do the decent thing and go along with the ball. It's cleared by Liverpool, but we are back into a little bit of head tennis here at the moment. And thank you to Jen again for gifting those 5 memberships. Really kind of you. Right, remember, no fake scores or anything like that. It's an instant ban. It's one of the only things we instantly ban people for on here. So no fake scores or anything like that today. And other than that, enjoy. Right, McAllister's already been fouled and has gone down, holding his chest. He's back up to his feet, thankfully. I'll sync up for everybody at 1 minute, so bear with me. Michael Oliver is the referee today, Christine. Michael Oliver. Virgil in possession inside our own half. Clock just about to tick up to 1 minute. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Right, Red's out on the right hand side. Salah plays the ball quickly down the line to Trent. Trent's challenge ball goes out for Liverpool throw in on the far side. It's taken quickly. Kanade, Van Dijk. Van Dijk plays a lovely ball right hand side to Trent. Trent tries to cut inside, goes off the Forest defender, and it'll be Liverpool's first corner of the game on the far side. So 90 seconds gone. Liverpool already with the first corner of the game, and hopefully we can attack this one. Apparently City are 1-0 down to Brentford already. Well, a long way to go in that game, my friends. A long way to go. Right, come on boys, let's go. Corner here for Liverpool. Virgil's up from the back. Ibu's up. It's going to be swung in left-footed by Andy Robertson. Ball in. It goes deep. All the way across to Salah. He gets a touch, but it's a heavy touch, and it breaks for the Forest keeper. So nothing, unfortunately, coming of that one. But it was a good deep corner from Robertson. You could see it was certainly intentional. Salah had dropped off a little bit and just didn't quite get the control that he wanted, and it went harmlessly into the Forest keeper's hands. Again, Liverpool doing unbelievable work to press and win the ball back. And Liverpool player down again. Andy Robertson down this time. That's a couple of tasty challenges, shall we say, already from Forest. Let's have a look at this one. A flailing arm straight into the face of Andy Robertson there. Jen, I don't know. I can't hear the crowd, mate, because I listen to the games in silent, so I don't break any copyright rules, so I've no idea. It's a little break and play here, though, as Andy Robertson gets a little bit of treatment. Arne Slot's already given some little instructions about a few little tweaks that he'd like to see. Arne Slot, la 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 la. Arne Slot, la 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 la. Tony Rico, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, my friend. Thank you for your support. Right, Robbo's back up on his feet. He's going to have to wait 30 seconds before he can come back on because of these weird rules. Drop ball to McAllister, who was nearly at his pocket pinched. Again, referee, the player was not 10 yards away from McAllister, but we're back underway. Gravenberch, look at that. Misplaced pass from Ryan, gives the ball back to Nottingham Forest. Well done. Diogo steps in, though, plays it out off a Forest player. It'll be a Liverpool throw in on this near side. Right, Liverpool still down to 10 here as the referee still hasn't waved Andy Robertson back on yet. I'm sure we've had the 30 seconds now, ref. Come on. This feels a bit weird. Robbo gets punished. We get punished for Robbo getting an arm to the face. These rules feel weird at times, don't they? Salah now dispossessed. Forest work the ball out left-hand side. They've got a runner. Ball's pulled back. Still Forest in possession on the far side of the pitch. Liverpool get bodies back. Diogo Jota does well to win it. Now Gravenberch. Look at that from Ryan. Silky skills. We move the ball out left-hand side now. Robbo. Nothing on for him, so he turns back, goes to Virgil van Dijk. Liverpool playing little triangles here. Still Andy Robertson carries the ball into the centre of the pitch. Gravenberch now in the centre circle. A little bit of space. Turns one way then the other. Plays it to Ibrahima Konate. Gravenberch tries to ping a diagonal ball into the right channels. Overhit and it goes behind. It'll be a goal kick to Nottingham Forest. Riley said, paying £190 for Sky with no guarantee for your team's game to be shown is appalling. It's Sky can't do anything about it, to be honest, mate. It's a law. There's a 3 PM blackout law in the UK, and nothing that Sky or TNT or anyone can do about it, to be fair. At the moment, anyway. I agree with you that it shouldn't be there. Corbin, 2003, says, where's these? There we go. Says, any reason Forest wearing a City kit? I don't know. Maybe they're just getting ready for life in the Championship, along with City. Diogo, he tries the ball and it's cleared away. Brian, how are we, bro? What a generous super chat as always. A belated happy birthday, my friend. Hope the holiday was wonderful. Love to the AA community. Brian, as always, bro, thank you so much for your support. It was a lovely birthday. Thank you, mate. As you've seen, my big pile of birthday pancakes. All good. Thank you, bro. All good. And again, thank you for being with us. And I hope that we get the win today. And no, Chiesa isn't on the bench for those asking. Right. Robertson to Virgil. Nice ball to Dominic Szoboszlai. Gravenberch tries to let it run across his body, but we win the ball back. Well done, boys. Trent into the right channel for Mo. Mo cuts it onto his right foot. Back to Szoboszlai. Tries to pick out Trent. It's blocked, but it is back with Dominic Szoboszlai. Trent. Dom. Little 1-2. Trent bursts inside now. Again. Jota. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. Lovely play. Lovely, quick, concise play around the edge of the box. A little bit overhitting the final ball into the left-hand side as we're looking to create an overload with Luis Diaz. And unfortunately, it goes behind for a goal kick to Forest. But good build-up play there from the Reds in and around the edge of the Forest penalty area. Love the quick pass and move stuff. And unlucky. You could see what he was trying to do. Split the Forest defenders and play a little slide rule pass in behind. But it was just a little bit overhit. We do look very dangerous, Steve. We absolutely do. I love this new style under Arne Slot where it's like slow, slow, quick, slow, slow, quick. Build up, be patient, but then bang, 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 little movements. It's great to see. So many times when we played under Jurgen, if you remember some of the watch-alongs, you'd hear me screaming, where's the movement? Here, everybody looks like they know what their jobs are and their roles are, and it's exciting. Again, not saying people didn't understand the roles under Jurgen, but you can see the differences here in the way that we structure our attacks. Salah now. He's dispossessed. He had 3 Forest players around him. But Liverpool, look at that, straight in there looking to win the ball back. The pressing really is a thing to behold. Forest still have it though. They've done well to keep the ball. Eventually though, Verge steps in, plays the ball out off a Nottingham Forest player, so it'll be a Liverpool throw in on the near side. Maple said, happy birthday. I didn't know, but either way, happy birthday. Thank you, mate. It was my birthday on Wednesday. Royal Warzone said, I have a Graven boner. So elegant on the ball. A Graven boner. Nice. Nothing wrong with it, mate. You know, football does strange things to us, doesn't it? 9 minutes on the clock. Still Liverpool 0, Nottingham Forest 0, but it's been pretty one-way traffic so far. Liverpool just looking to find a way for the breakthrough. Rocco, happy birthday. You said your birthday was today. Happy birthday, my man. And everyone wishing me happy birthday. Thank you for the birthday wishes. And again, thank you, Brian, for that incredibly generous super chat. Right, Virgil in possession. Centre circle. Trent tries the ball into the right channel for Mo. It's overhit. It goes out for a throw in. DCP, member with us now for 12 months. Really appreciate your support, sir. Said, I like Slot's football, but miss the energy of Klopp. Yeah, it takes some getting used to, definitely, to have a new manager on the sideline. But so far, so good. That's all I would say for Arne Slot. So far, so good. Virgil, ball forward, intercepted by the Nottingham Forest defence. Again, they're looking to play out, but Liverpool crowd them out. Referee said there was a foul in there, though, on a Forest player, so it will be foul on Gibbs White, actually, inside the centre circle, so it'll be a Forest free kick. Right, they've gone with it quickly. I'm laughing at the United fans complaining about having a 12:30 kickoff after an international break. Yeah, look, nobody likes them, so I do sympathise with them. But, you know, nobody's had more of them than us, and I mean that literally. So, yeah, I understand them, though. It is annoying. I hate those after the international break. I think we have one before the next international break, if I'm not mistaken. Right, so already 10 minutes gone. It's had 73% possession for Liverpool, which shown their dominance in possession, but of course the scoreboard is all that matters. If you haven't subscribed, folks, please do. We are trying to get to 275,000 subscribers. I'd love to do it today. If you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. Colin, so do you think Darwin deserves a start over Jota? Deserves? No. Absolutely not. But could you justify giving him a start? Of course. You know, we're going to need to rotate the forward line as the season goes on. But Diogo, I guess, deservedly is keeping the shirt. He hasn't put a foot wrong, really. Thank you, Michael. You didn't put up a comment with your super chat, mate, but thank you. Right, 12 minutes gone. Free kick to Forest inside their own half, which they send long, diagonally. Don't foul, Lucho. Don't foul. Well done. Unlucky, Lucho. He wins the ball back, but the challenge sends the ball inadvertently out over the line. It'll be a Forest throw-in. But again, the Liverpool press is really impressive. Ace Aspect says, pretty bad start in my opinion. I would respectfully disagree, bro. I don't know how you think we've had a poor start when we've dominated possession and we've been looking sharp in and around the edge of their penalty area. You know, we haven't scored, and that's the only thing I can really put my finger on. But other than that, I think we've started well. Paul Marsfield said, great channel. Thank you, sir. It's great because of the community, mate. It's great because of the people that are here like yourself. So thank you for your support. I took a lot of time to reflect and soul search over the international break, and I decided that I'm no more chip on my shoulder. No more being annoyed about the club ignoring us or what. And I'm here to serve you guys. I'm here to make sure our community enjoys the content, and that's what I'm going to try my best to stay focused on. Regal Eagle, thank you. Right, Forest in possession on this right hand side. Again, they're trying their own little triangles here. Liverpool looking to close down. Forest work it down the line. It's over, hit goes behind. Liverpool goal kick. Clock heading towards 14 minutes at Anfield. Still no breakthrough. Liverpool 0, Forest 0. Craig, my mate's a Leicester fan and he thinks they're staying up. What do you reckon? They should stay up. I mean, Leicester, you know, they went down, of course, but you think of them these days as a Premier League club, former Premier League champions, of course. So, I mean, it's not out of the realms of possibility if they stay up. Honestly, I don't know enough about the current Leicester team to know how likely that is, but, you know, I'm sure they do have sprinklings of quality in there, even after losing Maresca and some of the players. Referee gives another little niggly free kick. Victor said, AA feels like a homecoming, a place to look forward to, be with your mates on the weekend. Always look forward to these greetings from Holland. That means so much, bro. Thank you for your super chat and thank you for your kind comment as well. Your support means a lot to us. Right, free kick to Forest. Clock's just about to hit 15 minutes. Still scoreless. If you're with us for the first time, please do keep hitting that subscribe button as we try to get to 275,000. That is astounding to say out loud. But yes, we're closing in. Right, Salah now on the break, right hand side. Go on, Mo. Cuts inside. So behind him. A little bit behind him, Mo. Again, though, Liverpool win it back quickly. Balls with Virgil van Dijk. McAllister to Andy Robertson. Lucho. Liverpool nothing on there, so they turn back. You're like 50 seconds behind. Yeah, you can have a little timeout. I'm so sick of snidey little comments like yours. Like, fuck off, quite frankly. You can take it up with Sky, you know. What can I do other than pay a load of dough for my Sky subscription and broadband? Diaz hits the post. Almost a breakthrough. Lucho goes to the near side, hits the post. Ball comes back out into play. Close to that breakthrough. Still Liverpool in possession now. Trent. Unlucky. That was close to Diaz continuing his great goal scoring start to the season. It is lagging. Yeah, it is lagging. My apologies. I did see a lag on my side. I can only apologise on that one. And no, we're not attacking the clock. Excuse me, we're not attacking the cop, Lee, mate. We're attacking the Annie Road end first half, attacking the cop second half. There we go. Sorry, I'm still trying to fix my system here at the back. Apologies for that lag, by the way. My broadband has been a little bit erratic over the last couple of days. Right, Liverpool in possession. That's free. Come on, ref. Grafenberg again breaks the line. The amount of free kicks he's going to win this season, Ryan, from the ability to turn in a tight area like that. He's so good at it. Diaz now tried to cut inside, being dispossessed. Now he gets back to try and win the ball back. Forest still in possession. They switch it out left-hand side. Wow, 4,000 people or so with us in the chat at the minute. Welcome in, everybody. Really appreciate you being with us today. Forest now just trying to keep the ball for a moment or two as Liverpool have dominated possession. No, Chiesa isn't in the matchday squad today, folks. Unfortunately, no, not even a place on the bench from yet. Forest player goes to ground looking for a cheap free kick. Michael Oliver's having none of it, and Liverpool look to break on the counter now. Ball into the right channel. Salah. He puts in a cross. Ball goes across, takes a glance. I think it'll be a Liverpool corner, is it? So Liverpool moves into the right channel. Mohamed Salah slows down a little bit, takes up outside of the foot cross. Szoboszlai goes to head it then, and yeah, just doesn't really make the connection he wanted. Referee just having a little chat with Gibbs White, who was the Forest player who went down on the edge of the Liverpool penalty area looking for a free kick. Let's have a look at this again, actually. You never touched them. That is cheating. Such a diving little scumbag. And there's an arm to the face right in front of you, you little gimp. Oliver, are you blind? They're shenanigans. Shableeding-anigans. Now he stops it. How did he not see that? How did you not see that, Oliver? Right in front of your stupid face. Watch this. How does he not see that? It's right in front of him. So clotheslines are legal now, are they? Clotheslines are alright now. I look forward to hearing Sky Sports on Monday when Dermot Gallagher's on there telling us why now the WWE has evolved into the Premier League. Arms out and clotheslines are all tickety-boo now. Right in front of the referee's stupid face as well. Well done, Oliver. You're absolutely not a twat. Thiago, watching the game. One-one in the City game, by the way. 1-1 in the City game. Right, throw in on the far side to the Reds. I hope that has sorted out the lagging. So apologies on that one. Forest clean through 1-on-1. And they've missed. Virgil appealed for the flag. Gibbs White was through on goal 1-on-1 with Alisson Becker. Offside flag eventually goes up after it. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, he was definitely... 3 of them offside, by the way. He was off. I don't know why the linesman left the flag down, but yeah, Gibbs White shit the bed when he was 1-on-1 with Alisson. (1-0) to Fulham, by the way, according to the chat as well. Again, I do apologise over the lagging. As I said, the broadband has definitely been a little bit sketchy over the past day or two. So I will adhere to sort that out as quickly as I can. Diaz now. Ball pulled back to McAllister. Outside of the football in, looking for... Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. Good ball in to Diaz. Hits the outside of his foot. Gets a connection on it, but straight at the Forest keeper. McAllister with a delicious outside of the foot pass. Jota's going to feel like he should have scored there. Vodafone. No, Sky. Yeah, Sky for my broadband and my TV, mate. Right, Salah now. Liverpool on the attack, right-hand side. Ball slipped in. Unfortunately overhit and it goes behind. Just to confirm for everybody asking, it's still 1-1 in the City-Brentford game. 1-1. I think it was Haaland with the equaliser for Manchester City. Are you going to go to any games this season? Yep, we're going over to the Lille game in January. We bought our tickets directly from the club site this time to make sure there's no messing about. So we got tickets to the Carlsberg dugout for the Lille game, the second last one of our Champions League stage games. Can't wait to get over. Obviously I'm over in Liverpool November 15th as well for a live show at the Hot Water Comedy Club. We'd love you guys to come across and see that. Forest corner now. Royal Warzone said Mo is having a hard time settling in today. Yeah, he looks a little bit off. His touch doesn't seem quite what it usually is. But again, plenty of time left in the game. It's just you don't want to give encouragement to teams that come and try and sit back. So we want to try and find that breakthrough. Corner to Forest here now on the near side. Ball in. Ibrahim Konate gets the header. Ball on the edge of the box. Back inside. Virgil heads it away. Referee puts his arm up, signalling an offside against Nottingham Forest players. Free kick to Liverpool. So, the normal cat had a prediction deleted. He didn't do anything wrong. He did put in full time at the end of it, so it was obviously a prediction. So that comment probably shouldn't have been removed. You know, it was clearly a prediction. Haminator, I'm watching it on Premier Sport, mate. Premier Sport. Right, 27 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. Still Liverpool 0, Forest 0. We need to be calmer in possession. We just need to find the breakthrough. That's when you're at home against teams like Forest that are going to be compact behind the ball, we've just got to find that breakthrough. English or Spanish. It's part of my TV subscription over here. Corner to Liverpool. Corner. King card. You're probably going to get banned now, bro. Anyone with a fake score gets an immediate ban from the channel, mate. I'm going to give it a second or two just to make sure there isn't a goal. And if there isn't, then unfortunately it will be bye-bye to you. Right, corner. Robbo to take it. Ball in. Virgil with a header. Oof, just wide. Just wide from Virgil. Again, we're knocking on the door, but we just can't find the breakthrough yet. It was a good ball in. Virgil was having his shirt pulled. As you can see. Look, little sly shirt pull. Right, Forest get on with it quickly with a short kick out, which they then boot long. Bit of a weird one, that. Ibu wins the header. Ball drops. The Gravenberg, far side of the pitch. 29 minutes on the clock, still scoreless. Jake said, I've been told that I'm now going to be a daddy. Congratulations, my man. That's awesome news. Best of luck to you and the missus. Trent, ball. Oh, lovely ball that. Lovely ball. Robbo probably should have been able to control that one. Ball goes out. It'll be a Forest throw in just by the corner flag inside their half. So, Jake, I remember when we were expecting our first child. I remember all those emotions hitting me really quickly. Excitement, fear, all of it, mate. Enjoy it. And congratulations to you both. Oh, that'll be a free kick. Joshua, let me get your comment up on screen. Said, how have we been? I'm at work, so I can't keep up. We've created some decent opportunities, mate, but, I mean, we're dominating possession. It seems like it'll be one of these, hopefully just a matter of time, but you always get a little bit tetchy, don't you, when you're at home against a team you sit back. You want to try and find an early goal. So, with 15 minutes left in the first half, still scoreless, but I'm optimistic, mate. I'm optimistic. Ball in from Mo. Again, it looks like a bit of an aimless ball, that one. It's cleared away easily by the Forest defence. Salah tries to close it down. Liverpool have won it back now. Trent, ball in. Again, headed away by the Forest defence. Referee brings it back. Was trying to play an advantage to Forest for a foul in there, which wasn't coming, so he brings it back. Has Gibbs White actually stayed on his feet for more than a second in this game? Feels like every time there's somebody flying on the ground in a Forest shirt, I look up and it's Morgan Gibbs White. Dave said, are we dominating possession? I've actually just checked, Dave, and it is closer than it was a while ago. It's 55-45 now, mate. So, yeah, they have certainly reined it in, and a good show. You are right. It was at one point we had 73-27 or something, but right now 55-45, so fair question. Again, it's all very congested over there. It goes out, will be another Liverpool throw. Trent's unhappy. Has a little word with Michael Oliver. City are now 2-1 up. Haaland has scored again. Trent's unhappy with Michael Oliver over the throw-in. Oh. Just take the throw, lads. Eventually, the throw-in gets taken. So, yeah, Haaland with his second goal of the day, and what a run that man is on. Right, Soboslai. Ah, it's the wrong ball, mate. Szoboszlai breaks. Liverpool are attacking. Tries to feed it left side to Diaz, but the ball was never really on. Diaz. I mean, look, Haaland might as well enjoy scoring all these goals in the Premier League while he can, because he'll probably be a championship player next season. All going well. By the way, can somebody please start calling Pep Guardiola out on his nonsense? When he says, as always, we'll abide by the decision. Really? You always abide by every decision. Like you don't challenge and appeal and deny and slow down every process. The nonsense. And he's like, the whole world wants City banned. Yes, we do. Because the whole world seen exactly what City's been at. And nobody believes you're not guilty. So, yes, Pep, we all want City punished. Trent now in possession, far side of the pitch. Tries to take on his man, gets a little bit lucky, it ricochets back with him. Still Trent to Mo. Mo back inside to Alexis McAllister. City is not guilty. Yeah, cool story, but they are. And you don't even need to take my word for it, because they've already been charged. So it's up to them to prove innocence now, because they've already been charged. So I don't have to say whether they're guilty or not, because they've already been charged. So in my eyes, yes, they are guilty. Diaz. Little 1-2, unlucky. It will be a Liverpool corner. "35 minutes gone. We're still away to break through. Another corner to Liverpool here, our third one of the game. I mean, it's easy to blame Pep and the players. I mean, did anybody blame the players? I literally said Pep talks shite. I didn't blame him. I'm just saying Pep talks out his backside about... Like, if he's saying we want it dealt with quickly, then why are you slowing down every investigation? He just talks nonsense. So I'm not blaming him for what's happening, but I'm also not believing that he doesn't believe maybe something's a little bit up there. So it's his own reputation he's destroying, so... leave him to it, but I won't believe it for 1 second, mate, because in my eyes they're absolutely cheats. Ball in from Trent. Virgil back across, headed away again. Salah. Szoboszlai. Salah again. 9 minutes plus stoppage time left in the first half at Anfield. Still scoreless. McAllister. Nice ball into the left channel now to Trent. Trent fires in across. Headed! Oh, unlucky. Good save. I think it was McAllister with the header. Decent save from the Forest keeper. Great ball in from Trent, by the way. Trent tries to feed the ball up the line to Jota. Forest player Aina goes to ground. Oliver says get back up. Jota takes the throw in. Trent. Gravenberch. Trent still central and on this left side a little bit at the moment. He hasn't swapped back over from the corner. Virgil. Diaz. Jota. Still Diaz. Andy Robertson. Again, a little bit stagnant here ahead of him. Switch it. Gravenberch. Out to Salah. Salah now. Goes past his... Why did you turn back inside? He took his man on, got past him on the outside, and for some inexplicable reason, Mo turned back into traffic and lost the ball. We have it back now, though. Gravenberch on that far side. Salah slips it to Trent. Trent tries to pull it back. Forest clear it. Unlucky. Good build-up play that down the right. Looks like we really are trying to up the ante here before half-time and find the breakthrough. Jota, strike from distance, is blocked. Ricochets out to Lucho. Lucho has it now left side. Down the line to Jota. Back with Lucho. Robbo's there if he needs him. Maka. Little bit loose here. McAllister. Back to Ibu. Virgil. McAllister to Soboslai. Again, Soboslai goes back to Gravenberch. Again, Liverpool's trying to find and poke and probe their way through this deep line Forest defence. Gravenberch. Ball flicked into the far side. Diaz header loops. What the hell? Forest keeper nearly scored an own goal. It was a nothing header from Diaz that was floating to the keeper. He watches it drop out of the sky, drops the ball, and luckily for him, it hits his backside and bounces on the right side of the goal line. But that was almost... Oh my God, he's so lucky that hit his arm. That was going in as an own goal. Oh my goodness. Nearly an inexplicably weird breakthrough. So, I've said this numerous times on the stream today. I'm watching it on Premier Sport here in Ireland. It's on the TV. So, I'm fortunate enough that's where I'm watching it. So, anyone that's asking in the chat, I'm watching it on Premier Sport. We don't have the 3 p.m. blackout in Ireland. That's definitely not going to be filling the Forest defence full of confidence, their goalkeeping exploits there. My friends, we are 361 subscribers away from 275,000. If you can take a second and hit that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. Probably be a few minutes added on here at the end of this first half. Munira said, can I ask a question? You just have, my friend. You just have. But of course you can. Work away. Steve said, every Premier League game's live in Canada. Come and join me. I think Fubo, isn't it now in Canada? Favourite Liverpool player of all time? Robbie Fowler. Of right now? Probably Alisson. Of the Klopp era? Bobby Firmino. And thank you for your question, my friend, and welcome in. Cross in. Headed away by Ibu. Can Trent stop the corner? He can't. Hooks the ball back upfield. Diaz chasing down with the keeper, who manages to get his right boot through it. Ibu wins the header, but it drops in midfield to a Forest player. Again, Forest keeper just punts the ball long upfield. It's a bit sloppy this at the minute. Do I know the last time we conceded in the Prem? I can't remember the end of last season, bro. So honestly, I don't remember when the last time we conceded was. But it hasn't been this season so far, thankfully. Oh, Jota tries to turn in midfield. He's dispossessed. Ball ricochets. And it's now with Alisson. Good ball upfield. Forest player comes across, puts it out. Throw into Liverpool. Robbo looking to get on with it quickly. RD, appreciate you, mate. Thank you. Glad you're enjoying the content and welcome in. Oh, Salah here, right hand side. Again, he just looks a little bit... I don't know what this... He just, his thought processes mode today just look a little bit off. Like he's not fully back up to speed yet from the international break. A couple of sloppy little touches from him in this first half. Go on, boys. Free kick to Nottingham Forest. The referee judges Alexis McAllister to have leaned into the Forest player when he was going for the header. It'll be Nottingham Forest free kick just inside our half. Do I think Chiesa has a long-term future at Liverpool? Well, let the lad get a minute on the pitch before we start talking about whether he'll be a success or have a long-term future. I mean, how am I supposed to answer that with all due respect? I haven't seen the dude play yet. We hope so, of course, but impossible to answer at the minute. "90 seconds of normal time left. Forest throw the free kick in. Ibrahim Konate clears it with his left boot. Forest head it back infield. Gravenberch hooks it forward. Oh, that'll be a free and a yellow. Got to be a yellow. Got to be, yes. There's the yellow. Alex Moreno picking up a yellow, stopping a counter-attack. And he had to give the yellow for that one. Player slipped. He was unlucky, but he couldn't not give the yellow for it. Yeah. So yellow card, free kick to Liverpool, pretty much right on the halfway line, which we've gotten on with quickly. McAllister to Virgil. Is Keisha just not up to speed? I would imagine, Adam, that's probably it, mate. You know, we didn't have a pre-season with Liverpool. He's had no minutes at all this season. Didn't even get into the Juventus squad. So I think it's probably just a matter of him taking a bit longer to get up to where Arne Slot wants him to be. So, as we're inching towards half-time here, it's still Liverpool 0, Forest 0. Virgil now. He tries to play the ball in left side. Dispossessed. Nobody even went near him. Again, I think the referee bought that one. Forest player was crowded out. To my view, nobody actually touched them. He goes to ground and Michael Oliver blows the whistle to give the free kick to make sure that the game continues to be stop-start. 3 minutes added on, by the way. 3 minutes added on at the end of the first half. So someone said Slot's tactics don't suit breaking down low blocks. I think that's a very naive statement to make. There is no tactic that's going to break down a low block. It's going to rely on individual brilliance or a pattern of play or capitalising on a mistake. It's very difficult, unless you get lucky with a pinpoint cross, when someone has 11 players back behind the ball, to have a tactic to break through it. You've got to rely on patterns of movement, give and go, or a mistake. So I don't think it's a tactical thing. I think it's just a football thing. Ooh. Forest corner. I mean, Virgil headed the ball back in. Gravenberch had to get a touch on that to put it behind. It was a long throw in from the right hand side. Virgil inadvertently flicks it on and Forest nearly get on the end of it. Thankfully, Gravenberch's there to put it behind. It'll be another Nottingham Forest corner. Right, Ward-Prowse with another set piece here for Forest. Ball in. This time it's Verge who heads it away. Forest look like they'll win the second ball. It's played out off Diaz. It'll be a Nottingham Forest throw-in on this near side. I agree with Simon from Stoke. It is a typical performance after an international break, buddy. And I very much hope that Arne Slot at half-time will give them the necessary adjustments that they need to make to figure this one out. We know how impressive he's been with his half-time team talks so far this season, so I definitely do expect a much more sharp Liverpool side in the second half. Jota. Again, it's a bit sloppy here, just punting the ball forward, which Forest deal with easily. Konate. Now Jota into the right channel. Salah back to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai feeds Mo in down the right. Again, though, just a little bit too far ahead of him. Allows the Forest defender to get back. Offside there against Nottingham Forest player, and we've pretty much had the 3 minutes. And it is half-time at Anfield. Yep, referee blows up. It's half-time, and at half-time, it's still Liverpool 0, Nottingham Forest 0. A lot to figure out for this second half. As our friend Simon said there a moment ago, it definitely does feel like one of those international break games, doesn't it? So, yeah, we need to be better in the second half. And hopefully, like somebody else said, we can turn it around for a 2-0 win like we did against Ipswich. But at half-time at Anfield, frustration level starting to eke up a bit as Liverpool cannot find a breakthrough yet. It is Liverpool 0, Nottingham Forest 0 at half-time. Excuse me. Right, ladies and gentlemen, before we get stuck into the halftime chat and try to figure out what is going on, of course, just want to give you a quick reminder. We are being brought to you today with thanks to our amazing sponsors, Manscaped. You can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide, even if the products are already on sale, at Manscaped with our discount code Anfield20, whether it's the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, the Weed Whacker and Nose Hair Trimmer, or the Beard Hedger Pro Kit. Whatever your heart desires, Manscaped have got you covered, and our offer gets you 20% off and free shipping. You're about 30 seconds behind. Right, I'm going to try explain this as best as I can. So there's already a stream delay built into YouTube. So when I speak, it's usually about 8-10 seconds before you guys hear it. On top of that, the Sky service that I use is Sky Streaming. So I don't have a satellite dish, which is, again, what's causing a little bit more of a delay. That's usually about 20-30 seconds behind. So there's nothing I can do about it. I pay my Sky subscription. It costs us a lot of money. I'm kind of at the mercy of the supplier, if you get me. So I'm aware of it, which is why I tell you guys to sync up, which is why, you know, at the start of the half, when we get a minute in, I give you my timing so you can pause if I'm a little bit behind you, and then we can all get up to the same time. I understand it can be frustrating at times. I apologise, but I also can't really do anything about it, you know. You're pretty much spot on here in America on Peacock. Sweet. Look, it's been a frustrating first 45, that one. I think the shouts about it being just a bit messy after the international break, probably fair. Again, I want to say a huge thank you to you all for coming and joining us today. I love match days. I love getting to chat with you all. Do let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If I could ask a little favour, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. And of course, we'd love you to hit that like button as well. Right, let me get this comment up on screen from MX Xavier. Thank you, sir. Said, Liverpool have full control but can't find the net. So, you know what? I was a little bit surprised. Our friend earlier on, I said that we were dominating possession, and he said, are we really? And I looked, and it was actually a lot closer than I would have liked it to have been. At half-time, Liverpool have 66% of the possession now, so we are controlling the game to some extent, but we still got to find that breakthrough. Núñez should have had a chance over Jota. Well, it does feel like Núñez' attributes could actually help us out here a bit. And Diogo had a decent opportunity in the first half where I believe it was a cross in from Trent that he got a connection on. If he had to put it either side of the keeper, it probably ends up in the goal, but he didn't. It was straight at him. Other than that, we've really struggled. Almost a calamitous own goal for Forest when the keeper made a mess of going up to catch a ball. Bounced between his legs. Thankfully for him, it didn't go over the line. Other than that, though, it's just been frustrating. Right, so the 3 p.m. kickoff latest scores: Brighton 0, Ipswich 0, Palace 0, Leicester 1, Fulham 1, West Ham 0, Liverpool 0, Forest 0, City 2, Brentford 1. They are the latest scores in the Premier League, and thank you, Mark, for those updates. Tossa said, how do you feel about Mo's performance? It just looks like physically, he looks fine. I just think his touch looks just a little bit off. Like, I can only describe what Simon said earlier on, Simon from Stoke. It does feel like everyone has a little bit of a hangover after the international break and they haven't quite gotten up to the speed yet. Mo looks no different, you know, than that. He looks like one or two touches, one or two decisions just aren't what we need. But he's not alone. You know, he's not alone out there. There's been a couple of players who look just a little bit off the pace. Royal Warzone, thank you so much for your super chat, my friend. Said, feels like a good game to try Lucho on the right with Cody on the left. Mo just doesn't have it today. It happens. More balls in from Trent needed. So, I would certainly give it 15 in the second half. Hopefully Arne Slot can talk them through what he'd like them to do a little bit differently, how he thinks we can get at Forest a little bit more, and what we're doing, in his eyes, wrong. So I'd give them 15 in the second half, and then if we haven't found a way through, yes, then maybe you look to making those changes. Do you think we see Chiesa today? No, he's not on the bench. He's not in the matchday squad. So just to give everyone a heads up, here are the options that Arne Slot has today from the bench. Joe Gomez, Wataru Endo, Darwin Núñez, Curtis Jones, Cody Gakpo, Kostas Tsimikas, Quevian Kelleher, Jarell Quansah and Connor Bradley. They are the options that Arne has from the bench. Forest are unbeaten as well. Physical team to break down. Look, they have been, but we've had some half chances. I just feel we just need to find that breakthrough. I mean, I'm stating the obvious here, but we just need to find that breakthrough. Teslim said Jones for Szoboszlai, Núñez for Jota, Gomez for Robbo. Yeah, look, I don't know if you did see my predicted 11 ahead of the game. I thought we may see Joe Gomez at left back. I thought we may see Darwin start. But yeah, it does feel like we're just a little bit, just a tiny bit off the pace. That's all I would say. You know, a top level sport, it only needs to be that little few percentage points away from your top level of performance to find yourself frustrated. And as people have pointed out, Forest are a well organised side, and it's up to us to break them down. What changes would I make? I wouldn't be taking Salah off. I think I'd probably give it 15-20. And then if I'm not seeing anything, I'd probably take Jota and Diaz off, bring Gakpo and Darwin on. That's probably what I'd do as we look to find the breakthrough. That's all I can think of off the top of my head, just to try and give a fresh look. Cody was incredible in the Euros. We need more time with him on the pitch, said Royal Warzone. Will Chiesa come? He's not on the bench, so no, he won't be in. He won't be taking any part today, unfortunately. Referee is not letting the game flow. Morgan Gibbs White's on you has been a disgrace in this game. He just has not stayed on his feet one bit. Goes down every time anybody's near him, and some of the time gets a free kick, some of the time doesn't, but it certainly doesn't help when the referee is making the game stop-start by buying some of these stupid frees. Now, I do think referees in the Premier League have improved somewhat in that regard this season. They are trying to let a little bit more go, but yeah, look, Forest are here to stifle us, to frustrate us, and to try and pinch a goal. Understandable. It's up to us to figure it out, you know. We don't need to be looking at the ref, we need to look at ourselves and figure it out. We need Darwin for the physicality. I would agree, Hacks. We've played a couple of crosses into the box, a good few in that first half. And yeah, I would like to see Darwin's physicality in there to just try and disrupt them or give us another look. Harry said, I hope Darwin has learned to keep his shots low. Want to see him get a chance in the second half. A fan said, I feel like this will be like the Ipswich game. I mean, I think I'm with you on that one, mate. Yeah, wouldn't at all surprise me to see us pinch a couple of goals in the second half and win this game. But right now, 45 minutes in, it is still Liverpool 0, Nottingham Forest 0. Peter said, this kind of game is shown why the transfer policy was crazy. I'm trying so hard, Peter. I'm trying so hard, mate, not to keep ranting about the transfer window and the owner. So I'm going to just say, I'm going to be honest and say, with the players we have right now, we should be still able to win this game. And I think we will. But it certainly hasn't been the best 45 minutes football we're going to see this season from the Reds. Persian Pride said passes have been a mess. 100% agree. Lots of sloppy passes today. Some overhit balls as well. I would say as well, a few questionable decisions, particularly from Mo out on the right hand side. There was one time in that first half where he took on his man, got around the outside of him, and then turned back into traffic. It was weird. Other times he's just had a bit of a heavy touch. Trent has overhit a couple of balls as well. It's just that little bit off, but you know, it is what it is. We just hope we can figure it out. Is it not comforting and good to know defensive end has improved significantly? 100%, David. Absolutely. If you're not conceding goals, you're very much giving yourself a great chance to go and win these games. But as of right now, you know, we can only talk about what we've seen. And in the first 45, it's been a long way from what we know we're capable of. But again, it is after an international break. Sometimes it takes a bit longer to get up to speed. Kirk Wilson said, Craig, you're not being hypocritical, especially with the fact McAllister has also been on the ground a lot for soft challenges. Am I not being hypocritical? Probably, in all honesty, mate. Like, the idea of me being a bit of a hypocrite towards Liverpool in favour of, I can imagine that might be the case. And you're right, McAllister has gone down a couple of times, but how many of them are soft? I'm unsure. Hand to the face, I felt like I can understand why he went down there. But yeah, look, the game is just being stop-start in nature, whether it's because of us or Forest. We need to try and put a stop to that and make the game as high a tempo as we can. How long have I been covering the club? Well, I've been in a podcast since about 2016, and we've been talking about Liverpool and Anfield Agenda since 2018, if my memory's right. I've been supporting the club since I was 8, so what's that now? 35 years? Yeah, long time. Do you think Darwin can do better with what we've seen? Yes, I think certainly anybody who suggested a change or two, I can understand where you're coming from entirely. But I do think we may see him give 10 or 15 minutes, because I'm sure he's in there now giving them instruction as to what exactly he'd like them to do. You know, we know in the first game against Ipswich, he felt like we weren't winning enough of our battles around the pitch, and he made the change. And in the second half, we did. I think we won, something like 75% of our challenges in the second half. Whatever Arne Slot feels we're doing that aren't quite up to what he wants, he'll give them a chance to sort it out. If they don't, then I'm sure he'll make the changes. Right, mate, we don't talk religion or politics on the channel, so please keep any comments about what's going on in the Middle East away from the channel. We're here to bring people together, to let people enjoy themselves. We'll leave the politics and the serious stuff for other people. We're just here to talk about the Reds and probably a little bit of food chat along the way. Calder said, AC Milan versus Liverpool on Premier Sports and not TNT. It's on Amazon Prime in the UK, if I'm not mistaken. For me, yeah, I'll be watching on Premier Sport, but it's on Amazon Prime, if I'm not mistaken, in the UK. Kenny G said, speed up the play. Arne will get it together. First 15 minutes, we'll find the opening goal. What's my favourite beer? It's either Corona or San Miguel. One of those two. Yeah, they'd be my favourites. Corona or San Miguel. But I don't really drink. I didn't even have a drink on holidays this time when I was away. Not really a fan of the old alcohol, to be honest. Zach. Now, Zach's laid down the challenge. And I want Zach's money. Zach said, let me get this up on screen. If this doesn't help us get to 275k today, I don't know what will. Zach said, $100 super chat if we get to 275k. Now, Zach, the problem with that, mate, is you haven't put a time frame in your comment. So, technically, whenever we get to 275k, bro, you're on the hook. But in all honesty, yes, we would love to get to 275k. So if you haven't, please do hit that subscribe button. And thank you to Zach for your super chat as well, mate. Swear somebody said here thoughts on Black Forest Gatto. I'm sure I've seen that. Someone said thoughts on Goldbridge. I'm not going to speak about him or anybody else, mate. I'm just going to focus on what I do. So respectfully, I appreciate your super chat and stuff, but I'm not getting into speaking about other people. My feelings on that lad are well known at this point. So we'll leave it at that, bro, if that's alright. Mohammed said, "Hi Craig, I feel like Jota doesn't have the presence of a centre forward up front. Nunes or Gakpo might be better. Jota from the left was so good." I was actually reading an interesting thing from Dr. Ian Graham actually about when they were looking at Diogo Jota and they were trying to figure out exactly what he would be in this Liverpool team when we were signing him from Wolves. Right, second half's about to get underway. Liverpool, of course, attacking the cop end now in the second half. We're just waiting for Michael Oliver to get us back underway. Let me get Royal Warzone's super chat up on screen while I'm waiting. 0 shots taken statement for our defence and Ibu. Right, we're underway with the second half. Ball goes back to Alisson Becker, who does the decent thing and launches the ball out long left side. No changes made from Arne Slot anyway ahead of the second half. It's 299 to go. At what point does our friend get nervous about his $100 super chat? 299 to go, so do keep hitting that subscribe button, folks. Virgil to Ibu. And again, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Manscaped. Don't forget, you can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com with our discount code Anfield20 on the screen. Use that at checkout or scan the QR code. Trent gives the ball away now. Forest look to counter. Challenge comes in. Referee said it is a Forest throw-in though on this near side. BNDH20 or 2011 I should say. Who would you like as a VVD successor? Why isn't this coming up on my end? 1 second. There we go. Who would you like as a VVD successor? Branthwaite? Antonio Silva? I mean, I'm happy for Kanade to step up to that as well and Kwanzaa over time, but if we were to bring in a centre-back, I'd like it to be somebody like Branthwaite, if possible, of course, or Antonio Silva. Sorry, I forgot to sync a 46, so I'll sync now when we get up to 47 minutes. Ta is good, but I'll talk about Ta in a second. 1 second. Right, so we are coming up to 50 or 47 minutes now. Give me 1 second. So it is now 47 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ta is a good player, and he is at a contract, if I'm not mistaken, at the end of this season, which would be a good, cheap alternative. And I say cheap because, you know, that's what I think of these owners. But he certainly wouldn't be my top choice to come in and add to this defensive setup. But I don't want Virgil to be replaced yet. I want him to sign a new deal. And I agree, I think Ta will go to Bayern, like Matthew has said. They were trying to get him in this summer. I'd imagine next summer on a free transfer, again, they'll try and sort that out. Forrest trying to counter here. Virgil clears it to Gravenberch. Ryan does well to keep possession. Swaps it across left side now to Andy Robertson. Diaz. Can't quite take his man on. And the ball goes out. Will be a Liverpool throw-in on the far side. Again, just a little bit sloppy here. Henrique said, as a Sporting fan, I would very much rather Diamande over Antonio Silva. He's way too error prone. I definitely know we'd looked at Diamande. I remember speaking with David Lynch actually on this one. And he said we did look at Diamande at one point. So, again, good shout. He is a very good defender. Am I going to a Liverpool game this year? Yes, I'm going over to the Lille game in January in the Champions League. Right, Forest now attacking left-hand side. How come I count the second start of the second half? To allow people, if they want to freeze where they are and sync up so we're all on the same time frame. That's why we do it. Let's say you're, for instance, 10 or 15 seconds ahead of me. If you pause your TV and sync up, then we can all watch it in the same time frame. Just about to hit the 50-minute mark and still frustration here as we try to find the breakthrough. Again, it was an overhit ball to Salah, which he struggled to control, and now Forest are on the counter. Salah. I wonder how long Arne Slot will give this before he looks to make a change. Right, again, another sloppy pass, and it's overhitting straight through the Forest keeper. This is it's frustrating. That's the only word I'm going to use. Diaz. Again, just a pass hit into Jota that he was unable to take in his stride, and another attack breaks down. Forest now trying to play their way out. Liverpool pressing to try and win it back high up the pitch, which we've done. It'll be a Liverpool throw-in now on the far side. Come on, boys. Salah, one way, then the other. Oh, unlucky Mo. Mo slaloms into the penalty area. Left foot, right foot. Hits a strike at the near post. Keeper palms it and it'll be a Liverpool corner. But again, good stuff that from Mo. Goes inside, then back outside. Gets a strike away. And keeper palms it behind. Better. Better. Come on, Mo. Right, corner to the Reds. Trying to take it, gives the signal, ball in. Jota gets up, makes a good connection, and makes a mess of the header. Good ball in from Trent. Jota's in space, just doesn't get the leap and the connection right. Forest about to make a change here, actually. Forest will be the first ones to look to their bench. So Dominguez going off for Nottingham Forest. Callum Hudson-Odoi coming on to replace him. What player do you think would have made us win more titles under Jurgen if being added to the team? Under the Klopp era, let's have a think. I wouldn't have said no to a Jude Bellingham, although that would have been the tail end of the Klopp era. Chiesa would have been nice earlier doors, but probably somebody like a Barella maybe. Somebody like that. I mean, we were grand up until Fabinho started to tire and look like he was getting older. I think then we needed to make that change. I mean, the fact that we're now 3 seasons into looking for a number 6 is too much. Shumeni, another good shout in the chat from Morganski. Come on, boys. McAllister to Virgil. Another niggly little free kick given away. How long do I see Richards being our sporting director? I don't even know how to begin to answer it, to be honest with you, mate. I've no idea. I've no idea. You know, you want these things to be successful, so you hope that it works out. But honestly, I'm still very, very frustrated by this summer's transfer window. As much as we've started the season well, and that's great to see, I do feel like, again, it will come back to bite us as the season goes on. Again, just lads not on the same wavelength with the pass, and it's just looking so sloppy. Forest now on the counter. They work it into the left channel. Allison makes the save. Wake up, boys. Well done, Ali. It's just, again, sloppy from Dominic Szoboszlai, giving the ball away. Tries to ping a pass in. Forest get it. Counter us. He would have been offside, so it wouldn't have counted. It would have been offside. Strike was saved by Allison, but he would have been offside anyway. Who's my favourite player? Of the current crop, the goalkeeper, Alisson Becker. Love him to bits. Starting to absolutely fall in love with Alexis McAllister as well, if I'm being honest. I love that signing for us. So, corner taken quickly. Said, Szoboszlai, very much the problem, my opinion. Look, I can understand where you're coming from today, mate. There's been a lot of players out there who look like they're a little bit off the pace. And, of course, Szoboszlai and Hungary were given a whooping by Germany during the international break. So, maybe he's still feeling the effect of that. I don't know. But, yes, you are right. A change is probably needed soon. Because we have not looked any better, really, as we've come out here for the second half. Gravenberch now. Liverpool have played into a little bit of space. Gravenberch worked it in to Jota. Jesus Christ. Just again, poor decision making this time from Diogo as he just runs straight into a player. Forest keeper spreads the ball out left hand side. Well done, boys. Come on, Robbo. Somebody give him an option. Diaz. Gravenberch. Szoboszlai to Gravenberch. Oh, unlucky. If Robbo had been awake, that was a good ball. It was a nice ball slipped through. Robbo just wasn't awake and didn't really look for it. Watch this. There, slipped through. Oh. If Robbo had been alert there, that would have been a great opportunity. 58 minutes on the clock at Anfield, still scoreless. Salah now, right hand side. Trent. Gravenberch. Ibu. Ball into the right channel to Szoboszlai. Makes a mess of it again. It's not been Dom's day today. This time he's unlucky with a double ricochet that comes back off him. Triple change coming up here. Connor Bradley, Connor Bradley, Cody Gakpo and Darwin Núñez all ready to come on for Liverpool. So triple change coming up from Arne Slot. Bradley, Gakpo and Darwin all on the sideline ready to come on. Forest now on the counter again. Strike wide. We're giving up some easy opportunities here. Need to settle this down. We are pretty much at the hour mark now, and Arne Slot is looking to his bench to change this game. Humbled by Forest. Well, for starters, if you're going to try and troll us, learn to spell Forest, dude. Do you know what I mean? If you're going to come in to try and be funny, at least learn to spell the club that you're trying to put in there correctly. So here we go. McAllister, Diaz, Jota off. So McAllister, Diaz, Jota off. Bradley, Gakpo, Núñez on. Does this mean we're going to see Trent pushed upfield a little bit? Maybe Trent's going to go up or into midfield, which will be interesting. Obviously, you'd expect Bradley to come in the right back position. So Bradley, Gakpo, Núñez on. Forest about to make a change of their own. Alanga about to come on for Anderson. Right, we are 265 subscribers away from 275,000. So remember, our friend promises a $100 super chat if we get to 275k. So if you haven't, please do hit that subscribe button. Right, Robbo now galloping forward. Trent's certainly in a far more advanced role now. Look where he is there, edge of the penalty area. Gravenberch. Szoboszlai. To Salah. Salah again tries to cut back inside. Forest player gets a challenge in. It'll be a Liverpool throw-in. Bradley with Trent. Connor Bradley puts a cross in. Headed away by the Forest defence. Be lovely if Darwin made this his day today to find that first goal of the season. Robbo probably going to go into the referee's book now. Yep. And can't argue with it. He stopped the counter attack from Alanga on that far side. And yeah, Michael Oliver no choice but to get the yellow card out. Can't really have too many complaints about that one. Well done, Bradley. Well defended, young man. Gravenberch. Back to Ibu. Nothing on for him, so he goes back to Alisson. Virgil now. So for those who are joining us a little bit late and don't know, triple substitution from Arne Slot, which seen Gakpo, Bradley and Darwin come on. McAllister, Diaz, and who was the other one that went off? Jota. The three substitutes to go off. Again, sloppiness gives the ball away, and Forest now trying to counter once again. Forest work it out left side. Well done, Mo. Well done, Mohamed Salah. Good bit of defensive work. Whitehammer said, gotta love this. Trent free roll will win me the game. Again, sloppy stuff there from Darwin inside the penalty area as he looked to pick out a teammate. It is interesting seeing Trent given this licence to get forward like he has been since Bradley's come on. Look, I know it isn't pretty, and I know we're frustrated, but if we can eke out a win, that's all that matters here. So it is frustrating. I'm as annoyed as everybody at this performance so far, but you know, it's about just finding that breakthrough now. Bradley to Grafenberg. 5k watching. Let's get the Reds to the win. Thank you very much for that super chat, Victor. Very kind of you, bro. Salah now. Dinks one in. It's over everybody's head and it goes harmlessly behind for a goal kick. Come on, boys. 25 to go. We need to find that breakthrough. Tobias said, Salah hasn't impressed me this game. I don't think anyone's really covered themselves in glory in this one. I mean, Grafenberg's done well. Defence has done well. But, yeah, we just don't look... we don't look likely at the minute is all I can say. But, of course, it just takes that one moment. And hopefully we find it. Alisson now to Virgil. Bradley. I don't know if I'm deluded here, but I'm still pretty confident we figure this out and get the win. It might be a late one, it might be a scrappy one, but I don't know. I just feel confident we'll find the way to get the goal. I think we'll up the ante now over the next 10 minutes or so, and the pressure will eventually tell. Salah. Not a great strike there from Mohamed. Closer to hitting the corner flag than it was the goal. He looks frustrated with himself as well. Who was that yellow card given to? Forest keeper, was it? Yellow card for time wasting? Or... Sells on the yellow, was it? I didn't see who got the yellow, but... Yeah, things starting to get a little bit tetchy at the minute as everyone's getting frustrated at not being able to find this breakthrough. Forest now in possession. Liverpool win it back, but it goes out for a throw-in. A Liverpool throw-in on the far side. Robbo, back to Alisson. Canade to Virgil. Virgil now across to Ibu. Come on, boys. Sloppy pass again, gives it straight back to Forest. They're looking to counter. Bradley's skinned now by a Forest player. I think it's Hudson-Odoi. Ball back. They work it out to Alanga. Alanga, thankfully for us, he's leaning back and he skies it. This isn't good, boys. This isn't good. Again, our own sloppiness. This time it's our captain, Virgil, who telegraphs the pass. Forest catches on the counter. Bradley's caught. They make advances down the left side, switch it across to the right, and thankfully for us, Anthony Alanga was leaning back and hit his shot high, because that could have been trouble. And it all came again from us being sloppy in possession. Canade. The Gravenberg. Out to Cody. Our Manchester United supporting friend, mate, even if we do lose to Forest, it doesn't matter. We whooped you 3-0. You don't have anything to be smiling or laughing about in here, bro. 3-0 at your own gaffer game. Come on now. 3-0. Darwin. Goes round the outside. Still Darwin. Gives the ball away. Wins it back. Well done, Darwin. Trent. Strike. Deflection. Corner. Come on, boys. Let's go. Come on. Darwin gave it away. Did well, though, to win it back. Ball then gets played to Trent. He gets a strike away. Takes a ricochet off a Forest player. Goes behind for Liverpool corner. Come on, boys. Costas about to come on here as well. Arne Slot has Costas ready. Come on, boys. Come on. 20 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Ball in. Ooh, cleared off the line. Was flicked on. Forest player on the line. Hooks it away. Robbo's cross. Ricochets back off a Forest player for Liverpool throw in. Robbo takes it quickly. Trent does well. Nice little turn there. Puts in a low cross, which isn't great. We have a back though with Szoboszlai. Gravenberch. Feels like Liverpool are looking to up the ante here now. Gravenberch strike. It's weak. It's straight at the goalkeeper, who falls to the ground like a twat. There's a lot of people in the chat getting ahead of themselves saying it's a draw with Forest, haha. There's 20 minutes to go. Like, loads of time in this game yet. I'm not saying we're absolutely going to win it, but plenty of time left. Gravenberch, inside to Trent. 70% second half for Liverpool. Possession, which hasn't really yielded many chances. Bradley into Virgil. Again, do hit that subscribe button, folks, if you're with us for the first time. We're trying to close in on 275k. We need your support to do it. Jota. Excuse me, not Jota. Szoboszlai. Where am I getting Jota? He's not even on the pitch. Maybe the international breaks tired me out as well. Gravenberch. Virgil. Trent. Ball into Darwin. He's dispossessed. Forest now look to try and play out right hand side. Again, switched up. It's 1-0 Forest. It's 1-0 Forest. Hudson-Odoi from the edge of the box. Again, us losing possession on the edge of the opposition penalty area. Nottingham Forest take the lead at Anfield. Good goal from Hudson-Odoi. It's just not great from us. Not great at all. I mean, give Forest their credit. They counter-attacked well, but from our perspective, there was more than enough bodies back. We're narrow. They have the space on the left side. The ball's played out. Hudson-Odoi cuts in. Bradley doesn't make the challenge. And then there's the strike. Does it take a deflection? I don't know. But let's have a look. I still don't know if that took a deflection or not. It's a good goal. It's a great strike from Hudson-Odoi, but it's not good enough from us. Right, Forest with the lead, and as I said, credit to Forest for their goal, but for us again, giving the ball away, and yeah, it's just punished. Gotta say, I think Bradley could have done better in that situation as well. Not even getting a challenge in on Hudson-Odoi isn't quite good enough, but this is what happens when you don't enforce yourself on the opposition at home and you don't put away chances and you don't get that early goal. You know, you leave yourself susceptible to trying to force it and then being caught like we were. Frustration. Cross in again from Liverpool, over hit, and it goes behind. 74 minutes on the clock at Anfield, and unfortunately it is Liverpool 0, Nottingham Forest 1. Arne Slot now looks to his bench. Curtis Jones about to come on, and Costas and Jones both about to come on. Robbo coming off. Robbo off for Costas is one change. And Kanade off for Jones. Wow. Huh? Okay. So Robbo off, Costas on. That's fairly self-explanatory. Kanade off, Jones on. So looks like we're going to a back three here. Definitely looks like we've switched this to a 3-5-2. 15 minutes left to get something out of this game. It's Carl said, Craig, currently in the stadium. We've been shocking today. First test is see what Arne's made about. You know what? I was thinking the same thing just a second ago, mate. This is the first real bit of adversity that Arne will have faced as Liverpool coach so far. And let's see how we respond to it. Salah now, right hand side. Will you stop shooting, Mo? He's been a little bit greedy there. He is being a bit greedy. Cuts inside and doesn't even look up to try and pick it. Look at Darwin, two lads at the back post. And Mo goes for the goal himself, and it's a weak shot. It's a 3-4-4, really, is it? A formation that isn't actually legal. So we're playing with 12 players in your mad scenario of a 3-4-4. Are you Todd Bowley in disguise, mate? Forest about to make a triple change. This is yeah, this hasn't been great, has it? I'm trying to keep my cool here, obviously, because, you know, it's the first goal we've conceded all season, but you got to be beating Forest at home, lads. You got to be beating Forest at home. And we haven't even looked likely in this one, you know. I give Forest their full credit, by the way. You know, Forest have defended what they've needed to and scored a goal on the counter, so credit to Nottingham Forest, but it's not been good enough from us in this game whatsoever. And we've 12 minutes plus stoppage time to try and rescue something from it. And we shouldn't even be in this position. It's not good enough. I don't know what else to say. It's just not good enough. But we still have time to try and rescue something from it. I mean, what was that from Trent? What actually was that? You have to say, unfortunately, so far, the substitutes, particularly Darwin, have done nothing. Nothing to help this game, unfortunately. John Taylor, appreciate your super chat, mate. And look, you ain't lying. Says Liverpool in the mud. Well, you're not wrong. We are losing at home to Forest. And worse than that, we've looked average today. Just hasn't been a good performance at all. My friends, we're 197 subscribers away. If you haven't, please do hit that subscribe button. We appreciate your support. We'd love to get to 275,000 subs. Will, let me get your comment up on screen for you, bro. Will said, Craig, this is such a difficult watch today. It is, mate. I'm just trying to be as calm as I can because I don't want to go over the top on Arne Slot and his team after one bad performance, but it definitely does sting after an international break to be looking at us losing at home to Nottingham Forest. It's not good enough, in all honesty. It isn't. They'll know that. You know that. I know that. It's yeah. Do you know what really gets me about today is it looks like there's a few attitude issues out on the pitch, if I'm being really honest with you. A lot of kind of slumped postures, not enough fire in the belly out there. Salah looks a little bit desperate today. Darwin looks just not on it at all since he's come on. Yeah, it's just been disjointed is probably the word I'd use. I need a chat refresh actually. Connor, I don't know if you're watching. I can't get your comment up on screen at the moment, Will, but he says, James Dean said, unlucky Craig, Ten Hag in. There we go. It's now up. Thank you, Connor, for refreshing that. He said, unlucky Craig, Ten Hag in. It's shocking today, mate, you know. I don't have a comeback today. This is one of those days where so far I've just got to take it on the chin. You know, Forest, fair play to them, but we've not been what we know we're capable of. Salah now to Trent. Again, look at him. What is Salah at today? I don't know where the Mohamed Salah that was here before the international break has gone, but today his decision making, his passing is just, he looks like a different fella out there. Wait when Sterling cooks you at the Emirates. Mate, you might beat us at the Emirates. That's absolutely plausible. But the idea of Raheem Sterling cooking anything is, you know, I'm not buying into that one, mate. He looks, you're a very good side, full respect and all, but like, nah, not worried about Sterling, mate. Free kick to Forest. On that far side, Ward-Prowse over it. Clock ticking towards 83 minutes and still looking no more likely to find a way back into this game. Forest scored a very good goal from Callum Hudson-Odoi. It was a good strike from the edge of the box after we gave the ball away in the Forest half of the pitch, and we were punished. And we just have not looked likely. Trent, the Gravenberg. I'm seeing so many baiting comments in the chat, but look, I gotta take these on the chin, you know. I give out the banter. I have to take it when results don't go our way, and we've nowhere to look today other than at ourselves. You know, no moaning about the referee, no moaning about fixture congestion. This is on us not being good enough today and nobody else. Now Trent's starting to look a little bit snotty and rattled out there. We need to just take some responsibility here and figure it out. There's still time to get something out of this game. No letting the shoulders drop, no letting the heads drop. Everybody needs to stay on top of it, stay focused, keep trying to do the right things and hope that we figure it out. But so far, we're a long way away from where we know we're capable of being. Oh, nearly 2-0 Forest. Alanga with a strike and Alisson parries away. And again, as we get a little bit desperate, these opportunities are going to come for Forest. That could have put the game to bed. Solly Manic D said, I think we underestimated them, excuse me. Could well have done, mate. Could well have done. And if we did, it's on us. You know, it's the Premier League. We should know there's no easy games in the Premier League. And I promise you I'm really angry by today, but I'm just trying to be fair to the manager and the players. It's the first goal we've conceded this season. So we can't really complain too much defensively. But in attack, we've just looked so disjointed. Just nowhere near as cohesive as we've looked so far this season. Look, what the fuck is this? Like, what is that from Mo again? Mo looks like a headless chicken out there today. Szoboszlai goes in the book for stopping a counter-attack. No complaints about that. It was a yellow card all day. But yeah, this is adversity. And this is where leaders stand up. And this is where we've got to try and wrestle back something from this game. If you and that was route one, by the way, that Alanga chance. Just straight down the middle of our defence. Ball from the keeper, flicked on, and Alanga's one-on-one with a shot that Alisson saves. It's just far too easy. Oh. Ball in again. It just looks like an aimless, hopeful cross, that again. Ali saves us from a beaten. Salah needs to step up. Said, I'm Batman. Thank you for your super chat, mate. Salah again. Oh my Jesus. Lads, Salah's... He's rattled. There's something rattled or wrong in Salah's head today, because even simple little passes now he's misjudging. Bradley fires in a low ball. Defender back to Szoboszlai. He strike. Blocked. Liverpool corner. Forest putting their bodies on the line. Jason's Reds Army said, do you think the international break is to blame for the performance? Honestly, mate, I don't know. I don't know. That would be an easy get out of jail for the players. Ultimately, it's Forest at home. We should be looking to win this game. And you're right, the performance has not been acceptable. I can't pinpoint as to why, but there's at least 4, 5, 6 players out there who just look off the pace today. Gravenberch hasn't looked likely. Salah has looked off it. Diaz didn't have a great game. Jota missed a chance in the first half that could have given us a lead. And we've been punished by Forest, who scored a very good goal on the counter. It's shit. It's frustrating, but it is what it is at the minute, unfortunately. And we can't make any more changes. We've had the full complement of 5 substitutes. So there'll be no more changes. And yeah, it's not good. Not good. Surahav Chowdhury said, Craig, not a Liverpool fan. I just came here to lol. Hey, look, bro. It is what it is, you know. You're an opposition fan. You have every right to come in and laugh at us when we're losing. I've just made a promise to myself during the international break to try and be less hot-headed, particularly towards people like your good self coming in. We've got to take this on the chin. We've been crap and we've nobody else to blame but ourselves. 165 subscribers away from a really great milestone for the channel. So if you can, please do hit that subscribe button. Just a reminder, when the game is over, we're going to carry on straight into our match reaction on this stream. We're not going to end it and have a different match reaction. We're going to go straight into it. So stick with us when the game's over. We'll be asking you for your man of the match, which is going to be a difficult pick today because, let's be honest, there's not many candidates out there. Nessie, thank you for your super chat. Said 13 shots, 5 on target. Feels like last season's attack. Yeah, so we've been crap today. There's just no glossing over it. Football Factory said, geez, now I know how United fans feel every week. Look, it's just been terrible. There's no excuse. There is no excuse today. Like, I don't have one. I'm not going to blame the ref. I'm not going to... It's on us. It's on us to figure it out. Bradley, on the attack, floats a ball in. Again, goes behind harmlessly. And we're into 5 minutes of added on time at the end of the game. So, somebody said it's Arne Slot shocking subs. So, it's everyone's fault. The subs, look, we can argue about whether you think the subs are the right ones or the wrong ones. But ultimately, it's everybody's fault. It's the manager's fault. It's the player's fault. It's our fault. That's all I can say. We have to look at ourselves on this one. Your wife must be happy. Oh, I'd say I'd say she is, mate. For context, my wife's a Forest fan. So, yes, I'd say she is. Oh, you've made her move now. She's obviously heard me talk and she's about to come down and gloat. Yeah, she wore the Liverpool jersey and now you've jinxed it. 1-0. She's come down, look. She's pretending not to be happy. She's smirking at me there. I'm getting trolled by my own wife, folks.
Obviously the jersey doesn't work when the heart feels something different.
3.5 to go. Still, Forest leading by a goal to 0. Mohammed, let me get your comment up, bro. Mohammed said, we shouldn't blame the international break for our poor performance. United played and they won. City's playing and they're winning. It's only us to blame. I agree, Mohammed. It is on us. You're right, mate. You know, the ref didn't rob us. It wasn't a lucky goal. It was just on us. We haven't been good enough today. Forest have defended well. They took their opportunity when they got it. It was a good goal from Hudson-Odoi. And like you've said, bro, we can't blame anything other than our own poor performance. Another hopeful cross in. That's too close to the Forest keeper. Comes and gets fists on it. Trent. The Gravenberg. Salah. Back to Soboslai. Don't touch it, Mo. You'd have been off. Blocked. Bradley has it. Oh, again, Forest clear it away. Oh, Trent. Come on, man. Alanga chases down Trent, who's forced to play the ball out. And now it's a Forest throw in deep inside the Liverpool half with about 90 seconds to go. And Oliver books Trent. JJ McNamara, you didn't put a comment in with your super chat, bro. I'm just going to bring it up on screen to say thank you nonetheless. Ricky said, if Sabrina wearing the Liverpool jersey causing you to lose, there's a 50 super chat if she'll wear it against United again. She's wore it every game this season and we've won. That's why she was wearing... She's got the black Liverpool goalkeeper shirt because she thinks it's a lovely jersey. And she was actually trying to be nice to me and wear it because she's been a good luck charm in it. But today it's certainly not worked for us anyway. And thank you for your super chat, mate, Ricky. Appreciate it. It's again looking very, very unlikely here. 30 seconds of stoppage time to go. And we look unlikely to find this breakthrough. If you haven't, folks, before we finish up, please do hit that subscribe button. Again, I appreciate your support. We're going to stay on for the match reaction, so stick with us. We're not going anywhere. We're going to carry on straight through. It's not been good enough today. There's no excuses coming for me. It's over. The ref blows it up. The perfect start to the season is over. Liverpool lose at home after a pathetic display. Congratulations to Nottingham Forest. They came, defended well, took their chance. Full credit to them. But for us, it isn't good enough. Liverpool concede the first goal of the season. Our forwards drew a blank today. And it finishes Liverpool 0, Nottingham Forest 1. And again, congratulations to Forest for the victory. They played very well. Lots for us to pick the bones out of in this one. Before we get into the match reaction, again, I just want to say a quick thank you to our sponsors, Manscaped. Don't forget, you can get yourselves 20% off and free shipping store-wide. If, like me, your balls have gone back up into your belly, then right now that's probably not the time for it. But we do appreciate Manscaped support, and of course, you can get 20% off and free shipping with our code Anfield20. Right, my friends, we're going to stick on for a match reaction right here. We're not going anywhere. We're going to be asking you guys for some suggestions for a Liverpool man of the match, as difficult as that's going to be, because let's be honest, there isn't many contenders out there today. Nuno and Forest came and did their job, and full credit to them. I'm not going to stand here and give you any excuses. We didn't play well today. Trent's been snotty with Michael Oliver here on the pitch about something. This type of stuff annoys me. The players can be bitchy and moany at the ref as much as they want, but ultimately they need to look at themselves today. Trent wasn't at it. Salah was abysmal. Szoboszlai was shocking. And the goal we conceded came from us giving the ball away. Like I said last season, like I've said many times, different manager, different tweaks to the system, same deficiencies. Giving away the ball in the opposition half and conceding goals from it is something that's been a trait of Liverpool in recent years. And it frustrates us watching it. Forest deserved what they got today. Full credit to them. But we were dog shit. There's no other way to say it. We were horrendous. Adam said, Klopp had critics first loss too, not me for Slot. Look, I'm not going to start throwing anybody under the bus. We failed together as a team, as a group today. We can talk about the tactics, which we will. We can talk about the substitutions, which of course we will. But ultimately, we were just nowhere near it. We were nowhere near it, and didn't deserve anything from the game. Let's be honest about that. Dave said, Trent the crybaby, horrible today. He wasn't great, mate. He wasn't great today at all. I don't have any defence for him, and I didn't like his attitude at the end of the game either. He was having a little shouting match with Michael Oliver when he was taking a throw in on the far side of the pitch, and Oliver was clearly saying to him, back, move back. And rather than just move back and taking the throw, Trent was just standing there being lippy with him, which is just wasting his own time, and you're not going to win the referee around at all by doing that. But again, I want to make this really clear. We lost today not because of the referee, of course partly because of Forest and them playing well, but because of ourselves. And we got to be honest about that in our assessment. We need to be better. Our forwards were absolutely dire today. In midfield, I think only really Gravenberch had a decent game in there. McAllister looked off it. Szoboszlai looked sloppy. Our substitutions made little to no impact. Darwin Núñez, I don't know what to say anymore. He came on today, and whilst he isn't solely responsible, he did absolutely nothing when he came on. You know, I'm going to give you my honest assessment of what we've seen. It just wasn't good enough. Harry Klein said, I feel like we rely on Salah way too much. Well, we have options. You know, Chiesa wasn't deemed ready to play today. That's on the manager. That's his decision. Salah, look, why wouldn't you start him? I would have started him. You know, he's been in great form at the start of this season. Today, he just didn't do it. And not only did he not do it, he just looked just way off. Like, passing not on, decision-making not on. But he wasn't alone out there. We were shambolic all around the pitch. Will said, Ali didn't have much to do today, but was man of the match. Says it all. Eddie Cox Wilkins, thank you for your super chat, Eddie. Said, where's Eddie's one gone? Sorry, Eddie, let me scroll back up to get this for you, mate. I suppose everybody's going to blame Darwin. So I'm not, mate. He did nothing when he came on, but again, up to that point, he, you know, we were terrible. So it's not on him, it's on everyone. Another one from, no, I've already done that one. Sorry, Eddie. Let me just get another super chat I didn't get up here from Adam. I agree. It's what happens next that makes us. Again, that's fair, mate, and I agree with you on that one. Adrian, again, very kind of you to put this up as well. So I'd like to congratulate Forest for their first one at Anfield since 1969. Second, yeah, Forest did their job. So congratulations to them. Stevie Boy said, poor performance today from all involved. So Salah plays 90 minutes, could have made a change there. Yes, we could have. I mean, we did make 2 changes up top. We can all sit here and debate whether we think it should have been Salah that went off or Diaz or Jota. But he took Diaz off. He took Jota off. Made changes. Pushed Trent into midfield. Then when we went behind, changed us to a back 3. And nothing looked like it was ever going to make any difference to the outcome of this game. It seemed like we got to desperation stages and we just looked for a hope something to happen or a worldie, or we never looked likely, is what I'm trying to say. As the game went on, we didn't up the ante. We didn't pile the pressure onto Forest. We just got sloppier, and Forest did the defending they had to do, and they caught us on the counter. It's time to look inwardly today and be honest in our assessments of our own performances. Cahill, thank you for your super chat, my friend. Said, Craig, the subs today weren't good enough, and this purely because we don't have any depth because FSG don't want to spend. Stingy fucks, FSG out. So, let me just say something about that. At the start of the season, when we won the first 3 games, I was getting pelters from everybody in the comments, not from my own community, but from others, talking about how FSG know what they're at and how, you know, I need to shut up and the squad is fine and all this other crap that is absolute nonsense. We're going to be short. It's going to cost us this season. The owners are cheap. The owners are stingy. Adding in depth to the squad is what was needed. They didn't do it. Less competition means less opportunities to make those changes. And we've already had Elliott out. Now Jones has come in. He isn't up to speed yet. Chiesa isn't ready yet. And we've dropped 3 points at home. Dress it up any way you want. But ultimately, we didn't strengthen in the summer. That's what it's going to come back to over the course of a long season. Like I've said, it might not be about the first 3 games. It might be 10 games down the line. It might be an injury. But it will come back to haunt us. And the owners are cheap. And nothing is ever going to change my mind on that until they start spending money. I don't know how you bring in a new manager in a transfer window and make a profit. That's not back of the manager. Right, I've more super chats to get through. Kai said, how do we lose this game at home after we smashed United away? We lost it because we were shit. You know, that's the long and short of it. Yeah, we were shit. Connor, if you're watching, can you get the man of the match poll up, please, mate? Give us some suggestions in the chat for the man of the match. I know it's going to be a difficult one because there aren't many options realistically today. I think Gravenberch has to be in there anyway. Alisson should be in there. That's what happens when you get rid of half your squad and sign nobody. We need difference makers. Owners played a part in this defeat. Players also. Thank you, V. Aaron, for your super chat. And I'm sure that the Echo and all the other apologists for FSG will somehow find a way to make this not about us not doing our job in the summer and strengthening that into the squad. But look, that aside, let's be honest about this. That group of players should be beating Nottingham Forest at home. They should. So we can talk about the window and we will, but today it's on the players and the manager. They let themselves down. They put in the poor performance. And we've got to just take that one on the chin, learn from it, and make sure it doesn't happen again. Easier said than done, I know. Right, thank you, Connor, for getting the man of the match poll up. The options that everybody has there: Alisson, Gravenberch, Van Dijk, or other. I know it was a difficult one, Connor, so thank you for getting that up, mate. It's slim pickings today. Get this one up on screen from Senior John. Said, Kurt's terrible, we need to sell him now. Look, I've said this for the longest time, and this isn't reactionary to today because, you know, we came into the game late. I don't see Curtis Jones ever being consistent to start for Liverpool and make big impacts moving forward. I just don't. I can only be honest about that. I'm not trying to blame him for today, but I do think, again, you look at what you have options-wise on the bench, and Jones being the midfield change today and the only option we had realistically to come in and do something there, not good enough. It isn't good enough. The squad depth isn't good enough. And I don't care what anybody else says or tries to dress it up as. You know it deep down. If you think that the owners have done everything they can, I think you're fooling yourself. Deep down, you know we need these recruits. And we do. And again, when you don't have options to change the game and the first 11 you put out there isn't doing it, subs did nothing today when they came on. Didn't implement anything to the game. Didn't add anything to the game. It was just a waste of 5 substitutions. Not one of them impacted the game in a positive way. If I had to give an overall man of the match, I'd give it to Moreno. Unfortunately, kept Salah quiet for most of the game. Sad to say. Yeah, look, as much as we're here as Liverpool fans to critique our performance, and we will, I don't want to take away from Nottingham Forest. I want to give them their fair dues. They came, they defended, they put their bodies on the line, they did their job, and they scored a very good goal on the counter-attack and a great finish from Hudson-Odoi. Credit to them. I'm not here today to try and knock Forest. They did their job, and fair play to them. But, God, this is deflating for us as Liverpool fans. When you go into the international break full of optimism, 3 wins, 3 clean sheets, look like we're scoring for fun, forwards look really sharp, midfield looked fantastic, and 1 international break in, and the thing that not just me, but many Liverpool fans have warned about is exactly this. After we have players coming from South America and Africa and all other parts of the continent to come back with a day or two's turnaround, it's only natural that sometimes there's going to be a lag in performance. And we don't have the options to make those changes when that happens. That is on the owners and the recruitment team. Today, in its own, it's on the manager and the players. But as this develops over the course of a season, we start to pick up another injury or two or a suspension, I'm telling you, it's going to haunt us. And that's why in the summer I was so angry and so vocal and so adamant that despite the start to the season, and as much as I want us to be successful, you need squad depth. When you're playing 2 games a week for most of the season, you need to have quality players to be able to come off the bench. And we did no strengthening this summer. Cody Gaming and Football, thank you for your super chat. Said, we made too many mistakes, but credit to Forest. They are an underrated team and defended superbly today, playing well off the counter. I echo everything you said there, mate. Forest thoroughly deserved what they got. They scored a very good goal as well. And yeah, we didn't even look close to scoring today. The closest, I think, off memory we came was Jota in the first half. I think it was Trent played the ball into him. Jota got himself in between 2 Forest centre-backs. Got a touch on it, but it was straight at the keeper. Darwin came on, and other than give the ball away and run down blind alleys, I don't know what he did. Gakpo had an opportunity to come on to try and impact the game. You know, you can argue whether he probably should have had a start at this point. It didn't work. Mohamed Salah on the right-hand side looked off it all day. Decision-making wrong. His touch looked off. His shot selection was shocking. He nearly hit the corner flag with one of them. Looked a little bit too selfish at times, moving it back a little bit. I thought Dominic Szoboszlai looked all over the place today. Alexis McAllister probably shouldn't have started the game. If we're being honest, we knew he had an abductor strain, and if nothing else, we knew he'd done a lot of travelling, so he was back. The only one in midfield I can really give any credit to today is Gravenberch, and defensively, I mean, I don't want to be overly critical there either, but the goal came from us giving the ball away, and then, if I'm being really critical of the defending of it, I think Conor Bradley could have done better. I think he could have got a challenge at least in on Hudson-Odoi rather than letting him drift inside onto his right foot unchallenged and get a strike away without even getting a block in. So there is questions to be answered on that part. Another super chat I've got to get up on screen. 1 second. If Slot is going to be scared of rubbing off Salah like Klopp, or subbing off Salah, like Klopp was, this is going to be a carbon copy of last season. So, on that, right, I get where you're coming from, but he took 2 of the 3 forwards off, and you could probably take your pick of any of them to come off today. Salah got left on, and then he'd made the 5 changes at that point when he brought Costas on. So we couldn't do anything else after that. But I get where you're coming from. But I honestly feel he could have picked any 2 of the 3 forwards to take off today and justify that decision. I guess maybe his thought process was, if one of those 3 are going to stay on and do something, Mo would be the one you'd usually put your hat on, wouldn't you, to bail you out like that. But he did look off the pace today. Alan Pearson, thank you, Alan, for your super chat. He didn't put a comment in on it, bro, but I wanted to bring it up on screen just to say thank you. The ref cost us the game. No, he didn't. Don't do that today, lads. Come on. 1, that's disingenuous and disrespectful to Forest. And 2, it's just being blind to our own deficiencies. Let's look inward today. Michael Oliver didn't cost us that game. We cost us that game. And let's be honest about it, you know. There doesn't always have to be a scapegoat on these things. We didn't play well. We didn't deserve to win the game. I thought the referee was okay. No real complaints there. And I want to give credit to Forest. That's honestly where I'm at with it. It's our fault, nobody else's. Someone said Lucho's our only offensive player who can win in one-on-one duels. Not today, unfortunately. I feel like I'm going to just keep going over the same stuff here. So I'm going to give you guys a chance to vent your frustrations. But for me, to summarise it all up really quickly for those of you who are joining us, we got what we deserved today, which is nothing. We didn't look like the same team we were before the international break. We could understand the first half when we said, right, maybe these players are coming back. It's a little bit disjointed. We'd hoped that we'd go in at half time. Arne Slot would have a word, and we'd look better in the second half. We came out in the second half and regressed again, unfortunately. So yeah, it sucks. We're going to get baited for it, bantered for it, but we have to take it on the chin because we deserve to be bantered today. We should be beating Nottingham Forest at home, with all due respect to them. We didn't, and we didn't even look likely to do it today. That's on us and nobody else. Adrian said, a kick in the teeth can address the smile. End of the season smile is all that matters. It is, but it is still difficult, right? Because now we're rolling into an away game against AC Milan in the Champions League. Now, let's say, worst case scenario, we don't get a result over in Milan. Then the pressure starts to ratchet up a little bit, right? Then you're 2 games without winning. Then the pressure really is on Slot. And remember, statistically, we had the easiest start to the season of the 20 Premier League clubs. The Athletic did their analysis on it, and Liverpool, we had a chance to go 5 from 5. And looking at it after the United game, Forest at home, Bournemouth at home. Come on now. We should be winning them games. There's no excuse for today other than we weren't good enough. Right, a couple more super chats to bring up. Jordan Hunnable, thank you, Jordan, for your super chat. Said Nations League has to get binned. Everyone was poor today. But here's the thing, mate, right? Every club has the same issues. We didn't have a half-12 kickoff today. We didn't have the excuse of coming in. United had a half-12 kickoff today and they went and won the game. Everybody at the top level are going to have a lot of players away on international duty. And it's about finding a way to win these games. Grinding it out and getting it done. It's about enforcing your will on the opposition. And today, rather than look to respond to adversity when we got a bit of it, we regressed and we start shrugging our shoulders and we start looking for easy get-outs and we start bitching at the referee and we start doing all these things that just don't look great when you're looking at it from the outside. It's not the type of response you'd want from players of the calibre of Trent or of Mohamed Salah. You would want them to stand up and be counted. And over the course of their careers, they have mainly. But today, it was just unacceptable. There's just no other phrase I can use. Nessie said, not to blame one player, but Núñez didn't even have an international game. Looked like he'd not played for months. Jones shouldn't be in the first team at all. I missed Elliott today. We move on. So, to try and unpack all of that, Darwin, it's really starting to become a big elephant in the room now. I agree with what you're saying. He had the international break to stay on Merseyside, work with Arne Slot. He's a 5-game international suspension. I was hoping, Nessie, like yourself, that we've seen a different Darwin, that we've seen him come on and make a statement, and we've seen him remind the manager that he should be playing. He didn't do that today at all. If anything, he's probably pushed himself further than the pecking order with that display. Other changes, Cody Gakpo came on, and again, not trying to scapegoat any one player, but he added nothing to the game when he came on. Mohamed Salah stunk it up all day today. It's just a day where, collectively, we weren't at the races. Let's have a look at the man of the match poll anyway. Other, for the first time ever, I think Other is going to win a man of the match poll. So we asked you for your options for the man of the match today, which of course from a Liverpool perspective are very slim pickings. Alisson, Gravenberch, Van Dijk and Other are your options. Darwin Núñez has to start. Do you think though, Liam, in all honesty, bro, do you think he deserves to start? Like, I know it's much more difficult coming off the bench to impact a game. I get where people come from on that one. But he doesn't look like he deserves to start to me. And he doesn't look even close to contributing in a positive way at the minute. It's very worrying, and I want Darwin to succeed. Núñez gets 10 minutes over 4 games and somehow it's his fault. Well, he got a lot more than 10 minutes today alone. And no, nobody is trying to say it's his fault. Again, I know people are angry at the minute. I haven't once tried to scapegoat anybody today. I've said clearly, concisely and over again, we deserved what we got. We weren't good enough. Between the manager, between the tactics, between the execution of it from the players, between the calibre of our football out there on the pitch, our passing was off, our first touch looked off, we didn't look sharp. And all I said was any of the substitutions didn't make any impact. And that is worrying because in other games so far this season, we have been able to change it around at half-time or come out and fix these problems. This is the first real piece of adversity for Arne Slot and this group, and it's up to them how they respond to it. Will, thank you mate for your super chat, said, lack of willing to grind out a win when not playing well. International break is no excuse. It's the attitude of the players. And I agree, Will, because the attitude is something I would address today. I don't like the body language out there, particularly from Trent. I don't know what's crept into Trent in the last month or two, but he hasn't reacted to the adversity of being substituted or things not going his way out there today. He was moaning at the referee over throw-ins when the ref gave him a clear instruction to go back a few yards. He was moaning at the referee at the end of the game. Do less moaning and do more taking out that anger on the pitch in the performance. I think that's what we're both trying to get at here, Will. Tony, thank you, mate, for your super chat. You're very kind. Tony said, I can't blame the lack of talent on the bench. We should have had enough to beat Forest at home, if not at least draw. I think, again, it's a combination of everything, Tony. I think we can look to the bench and question the options. I mean, let's go to the bench as an example right now. Let's go and have a look at today's bench. The options to come off the bench today to try and sort out the game were Gomez and Endo, Nunes, Jones, Gakpo, Costas, Kelleher, Kwanzaa and Bradley. Now, let's be honest about this. Looking at that bench, to come on to change a game that we're not winning or to come back into a game, who's realistically there for us? Gakpo, real option. Darwin, real option. And maybe Bradley at a push. But outside of that, you've got Wataru Endo, who the manager doesn't rate in this system. It's very clear. You've got Costas, who just isn't good enough. You've got Gomez, who doesn't seem to be able to get minutes under Arne Slot even after staying. There isn't really players there that are going to come on and strike fear of anybody coming off the bench, are there? Let's be honest about it. There isn't. And that, to me, goes back to the transfer window. But I do agree with what you've said there, Tony. We should have had enough talent to beat Forest, but we didn't. And we need to look at ourselves as for the reasons why. I was a little bit taken aback today, said Benjamin. It was like the team was confused between Klopp's full throttle and trying to be possession-based. A little too much player power out there. And do you know what's confusing about it, Benjamin? This was the same 11. So it isn't like he made some changes and the players that he brought in to make the changes didn't understand what he wanted. Today it was the same 11 that started the last few games and played very well in the last few games. And today, mate, like you've said, they never looked at it. Rudolph the Red said, I came here to mock, but you're unbiased, Craig. I love that. United fan, by the way. Much love, mate. Just not your day. Appreciate that, mate. Look, I'm fuming. I am. I'm not going to deny it, mate. I'm absolutely bulling that we didn't get a performance today. But I don't want to scapegoat anyone. I don't want to blame the referee. I don't want to take away from Nottingham Forest. We were our own worst enemies today. And we need to be honest about that as Liverpool fans and take it on the chin, congratulate our opponent, and make sure we put this right. Because there's a spirit in the group that wasn't great today, but has looked good so far. There's talent in the group, and we know what we're capable of. I don't know why Mohamed Salah today wasn't Mohamed Salah that we know. I don't know why Darwin Nunes has absolutely fallen off a cliff. I'm just, like, frustrated. That's all I can say. I'm frustrated because we're better than that. We're better than that, but we need to take it on the chin. If I can just say one thing again today, this is on us. That's it. It's on us. June Chu, thank you, my friend, for your super chat. You didn't put a comment in, but I appreciate your support, sir. Thank you. Salah's first touch was horrendous today, said Mr. Love. I agree. And look, it's very unlike Mo. We know Mohamed Salah is usually sharp. He started the season great, and I'm not here to throw Mo under the bus, but we need to be honest in our assessment. And if we go through the team, let's look at the stats today. They're up on the screen there now. We've had 70% possession in this game at home to Forest and lost it by a goal to nil. We had 14 shots, 5 on target. Forest had 5 shots, 3 on target. We had 7 corners to Nottingham Forest 2. We made 591 passes. The Forest's 262. Our XG at home was 0.87. And Nottingham Forest 0.6. Their goal was a very good goal from the edge of the box. All in all, statistics show we had a lot of the ball. We had a lot of the chances. We had a lot of the areas of pressure. But we didn't do anything with it. 14 shots and 5 on target. It's not a great ratio. And of the 5 on target, a couple of near post efforts. Diaz hit the post. Salah forced the keeper into a save. Jota missed a relatively simple chance from about 5 or 6 yards out. Just not good enough all around. Connor Kavanagh said attackers were not great, but I feel they lacked service from midfield. Seemed a little bit rushed. What do you think was the key issue in midfield? It was everything ahead of Ryan Gravenberch for me. I thought Gravenberch actually had a decent game. I thought Szoboszlai and McAllister just didn't look like themselves. You know, McAllister, I'm actually surprised he started the game. I thought maybe Jones would have gotten the start. The fact he didn't even want to bring Endo on to try and change it in any way or to try and win the balls higher upfield, it just shows you he doesn't trust him yet. And Slot can come out and say he trusts everyone. He has to say what he has to say. He's the manager. He's not going to throw anyone under the bus. I know he doesn't rate Wataru Endo. I know that he told Endo that if an opportunity came in, he could have left this summer. We spoke about it with David Lynch and stuff on streams. And that's having these players on the bench who the manager doesn't trust or the manager doesn't think can make a difference. What's the point of it? And this is why I get angry about transfer windows. This is why we needed that midfielder. This is why we needed another centre-back. Slot changed it up, went to 3 at the back. We went to something like a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-3. 3-5-2, I think, in possession. It didn't do anything. Didn't make a difference. We still kept overhitting passes. We still kept making the wrong decisions. And we still kept, in Salah's case, being greedy in the final third of the pitch and didn't make any impact on the game. You've seen the amount of wild shots he hit today. Just desperation stakes. The disrespect for Endo was unreal. It's not disrespect. I'm telling you what I know to be a fucking fact. Like, I can lie to you and tell you Arne Slot thinks he's the greatest player in the world, but he doesn't. He doesn't think he suits the system, which is why he wanted to bring Zubamendi. I can only tell you what I know to be true. So, if Endo wants to find his way back in, then Endo's going to have to convince the manager that he's deserving of opportunities. I'm not the one that's not picking Endo. You're not the one that's not picking him, bro. I can only tell you what I can tell you. Endo deserves a chance playing next to Gravenberch. Look, I think if Endo had played today instead of McAllister, I don't think too many people would have been upset about it, because McAllister, there was every chance today that his performance was going to be a little bit off because of the abductor strain and the fact that he had a bit of an up and down international break. So if Endo had played today, I don't think any of us would have really had any issues with that. But I'm just trying to say it's an indication, the fact that he didn't or wasn't brought on, that Slot clearly doesn't feel he's the right man to solve this issue. Not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying it's my opinion on where we're at. I think you exaggerated a bit about Salah. No, I'm sorry, mate. I'm going to stand my ground on this one. Respectfully, I'm not going in on you at all. But let's be fair about this. I can pull up 5-6 opportunities today where Salah was selfish. His shots were nowhere near the target. His passing was off. He never stopped trying. I'm not saying he didn't try, and I'm not saying he won't be great again next week. But let's be honest, he stunk the gaff up today. If we can't be honest about these things when a player doesn't have a good game, we can't be just giving him praise all the time. You know, we've got to be fair in our assessment. He was horrendous today. He just was. And I can't lie to you and tell you otherwise. He was terrible. But so was the rest of the team. Honestly, disgraceful Joe Gomez hasn't made an appearance. You see, I don't know if you did get a chance to have a look at my prediction before the game. I would have gone for Gomez to play at left back. But look, we've another game on Tuesday, my friends, and we've got to sort it out by then. So look, I'm going to go and record the player ratings, and I'm going to record my own match reaction. They'll be up in the next half hour or so. Thank you all for joining us today. We're only 69 subscribers away from 275,000, which is a huge milestone for the channel. If you can, please do hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the stream for us. I might catch you later on tonight at 8:30. I might be back, so do keep an eye on the notifications. Until then, thank you to our sponsors, Manscaped. Don't forget, you can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com, whether it's the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, the Weed Whacker Ear and Nose Hair Trimmers, the Beard Hedger Pro Kit, or anything else at manscaped.com. Use our code Anfield20 at checkout to get that 20% off and free shipping. If you would like to come and see us in Liverpool on November the 15th, live at the Hot Water Comedy Club, you can get your tickets with the link in the description and at the top of the chat. Your Anfield Agenda man of the match today was Other. First time that's ever happened on the channel. And one more super chat that I can't forget to bring up before we end. Thank you very much for this, NE. Said, Murillo did a great job defending Salah. We need more aggressive attacking that could allow better assist opportunities in the front. Honestly, today I saw less creativity in the front, but Murillo did a great job today. Thank you for that super chat. And yes, I think you're not too far off at all with what you've said there. So look, I appreciate you guys again. Your man of the match is Other. So keep an eye out for the player ratings and the match reaction, and I will be back maybe later on tonight. Until then, much love, my friends. Bye-bye.